Well, hello and welcome to the very first live stream of 2024. We hope you guys had an
I was really
enjoyable.
hoping you were going to mess that up.
Why?
Somehow.
I mean,
What?
we're 8 days into the new year. Surely I can remember 2024, right?
I know, but it would just been funny.
It would have. It absolutely would have. We hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season, very festive, lots of time with family and friends. We are back now for our regular streaming season. We are going to be short Stephen and Nat tonight, but we have everyone else. So we're going to push right on with our main campaign, the Valley campaign, and see where things go from here. A few quick reminders before we get started. It is a new year, but all of the same information still applies. We do put all of our video content up on our YouTube channel. Be sure you check out the QR code here. It's not a custom URL yet because the YouTube channel, like this Twitch channel, is not large enough for all of those things. So if you are new and are finding us, do hit like and subscribe over on YouTube. Turn on the notifications so that you'll always know when we put more stuff up, because everything we do does wind up there eventually. It may take a little while because I may forget what I've put up and what I haven't, but everything winds up there eventually, so be sure you check it out. You can also use it to catch up on any episodes you might have missed that have fallen off our VOD. So just be sure that you are checking that out. We do also have our Discord server that we use to let you guys know when our streams are happening. I try to keep one post pinned in the schedule section, letting you know what each week's schedule is going to be. And I do try to update that whenever anything happens. We all have real lives. Sometimes we just can't get everybody on the same page and get together to have the sessions when we plan them to. But we let you know through the Discord server, so be sure that you check that out. That said, I don't know that there's anything else announcement-wise we need to get to, so let's get right on into 2024, and we'll have a recap right after this.
The man who remembers everything.
So I think Braden has said that he's going to give us our recap. So Braden,
yes.
go for it.
Last time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
Okay. Last.
I'm not the only one that went there. So did Danny.
I didn't even watch it. But you two are
No, I got
married,
the reference.
Go for it. Sorry.
Last time, having stopped the assassination attempt on all of us, we found out that they were changelings, and then proceeded to try and look around town to see if they were still in town. They were not. And Mal has begun campaigning on trying to become king and try and get all of his all of the dwarves out of the mountains to save them from being slaughtered by the incoming Empire army that is on its way. While he was campaigning, there was a fire that broke out in the local woods. We made a fire line and stopped it from wreaking havoc to the town. Also dealing with a bunch of trolls, or just letting them go by. The next day, while Mal was also campaigning, we decided to go check out what caused the fire, and it seems like a rift caused a tear that did some fire damage and spooked a bunch of trolls that were running away. We found a dungeon generator, and we're still trying to figure out what to do with that. We also found out that through me talking to my patron, that the gem that houses its consciousness had been moved and now sits in a town which has been declared as Elwick by Dells, and now we're trying to figure out what to do next, which is either do Elwick or learn of some other stuff that might happen. And I believe we went to bed at the end of the session. If anyone can help me corroborate.
Anyone
Sounds
else
good.
have anything to add? Anything?
I hesitate.
there was
You can make a dungeon.
Yeah, there was the
remember
work
the
dungeon.
dungeon.
Yeah,
You
that
can make a dungeon. I
tried
think
to
you should.
woo.
For some reason, we were very scared to use it.
Oh, because it was terrifying. It had way
They
more
were
power
scared.
than anybody. Oh yeah, nobody needs to let you touch that thing, Castian.
That's the one that
As
happened.
a resident of Angel Grove, I don't know what it is, so
It's a thing of great terror. It's a thing of great terror.
they seem friendly. I talk
Does
to
seem
a lot.
friendly, yeah.
It was very friendly, which should be also a thing that we are more scared of. It was wooing Tommy into a false sense of security, thinking it was a good thing to use.
I think it's a fine guy.
I tasted dirt.
Yes, you tasted dirt and troll spit.
Yes.
I
Sweat.
don't recall
Sweat.
troll spit.
Sweat. That's right. That's right.
Right.
Don't
Troll
get
sweat,
it
not troll
twisted.
spit.
Simi was really awkward because she got a message from Akarai.
Yep.
I think that's the all of the. You have the you said the alligator fight, right?
No.
I said I talked to my patron.
Oh,
It was-
yeah.
they don't need to know about the alligator. There wasn't an alligator. I just polymorphed it and threw it into the lake.
And said, "Not today,
not today."
bunny!" And the bunny drowned and then turned back into an
Yeah,
alligator.
well, I talked to my
That's
patron.
fun.
That was the cliff notes of it.
Yeah, I like the way that you
Where
went
did
about
your
it, though.
patron say we should go?
To a village that only one person has said they recognize, and none of us believe her.
I believe her.
One of us believes her.
Kinda.
I believe her.
I believe that she believes it's Elwick.
She hasn't made up random places and been like, "Hey, we're at Elwick." That hasn't happened yet, so
Haven't been near
Keep
the
holding
ocean
on to
yet.
that thread of
Mhm.
truth.
I can hope. But yeah, I think that's all I have.
All right. So the next morning dawns after your evening of rest. You all gather together. What you doing?
So
I have my bag prepared to go to Elwick.
yeah, I assume we're headed out, right?
Are we going to Elwick today?
We could.
I mean, Mal's still in another town doing his campaigning, so.
I was gonna say we could leave a
A note.
message with the messenger, or does he have a sending stone?
If you're reading this.
If you're reading this,
we are dead.
Well, if you're reading this,
continue on the legacy. Good luck.
I have one small question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look over it a bit.
mm-hmm.
Right.
So, are we taking Bit with us?
I was under the impression that we've decided in previous conversations that she is, as terrifying as it is, safest with us.
Oh yeah.
Am I
we could.
forgetting? Am I
Well,
misremembering?
If we are going to Elwick, where the Empress has stashed the source of her power,
Now that's not how that works, though, right? It was misplaced there.
We don't know.
It
that
was
misplaced.
moved.
It was moved.
Oh wait, that was meta. Sorry.
That
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
Okay.
that was a very meta.
that was
yeah.
yeah.
I
The
didn't-
players know that it was not intended to be there,
Yeah.
but the only information we were given was that the Empress moved it, and it's now in Elwick. Are we sure we want to take the heir to the throne that everyone seems to want to a place where presumably the Empress is guarding her source of power,
Well,
or
it's not
has
like we
people
can-
guarding
She
it?
would
We-
never expect it.
I prefer to leave her
Did
here.
Adele say it was like the safest place on earth?
Well, Del says a lot.
Yes, she says a lot of things.
It's also
Now,
the happiest
I
place on earth.
believe that we are going to Elwick. That part I highly doubt.
I like, as we discussed last time.
We can disguise her.
Elwick is outside the Empire, which makes it a weird place for the Empress to stash her source of power unless there are things or unless she has done something to ensure it is protected there.
We can easily disguise her.
Well, yeah, but what happens if she gets captured?
Don't take disguise off.
What happens when it wears off? Are we sure we want to potentially deliver one of the things
my
she's looking
disguise is
for?
Well,
still-
then where are we gonna put her?
I-
Because we
that-
tried putting her in Setterton and she magically appeared back with
Could
us.
we disguise her as a dog?
It is comments like that is why I have no trust in anything you say.
No one will kidnap a dog.
I don't
That's
wanna
not
be
true.
a dog.
That is true.
It won't kidnap, it might kick.
Polymorph?
Don't.
I mean, if you all think it's best to take her with, we can. I'm just saying, are we sure that we want to take her with, potentially right into the hands of the Empire? At least here, or in Setterton, the Empire isn't actually here yet.
But we know that they are on their way here.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, that's, like, wait... There's a difference between they're on their way here, and... this is all my assumption, but I am assuming that the Empress has, like... some sort of elite guard or some sort of magic monstrosity protecting the source of her power.
But there's 6 of us, we should be fine.
That means nothing.
I don't listen to you either. You're insane.
If you all feel that I am merely pointing out that I think we have overlooked the fact that we need to decide what we should do with dear Bit here,
She's got to come with us.
and feel free to chime in at all, Bit, if you have opinions. But
I just don't want to be a dog.
I agree, turning you into a dog is a bad idea.
She's got to go with us.
a parrot?
Because if we leave her here, my brother and assassins are still here.
Right? Yeah, and we're apparently just going to ignore that fact and run off to Elwick instead.
Do you have better? Would you just want to wait here until they come back?
If we sit
Are
here,
we comfortable? I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I'm not saying that going to Elk is a bad idea. I am pointing out that if we just decide to get up and leave, we are essentially saying, hey guys, deal with this yourself. Do we think that that is a decision we want to make? Are we comfortable with all the potential outcomes of saying, hey dwarves, handle them, you're on your own?
It's
No.
not.
Yes.
Also, there's
I'm-
not anything we can do. We can't track them.
So that's the thing. Like, we are in a really crappy situation where all of the potential outcomes, absolutely not. I'm not comfortable with most of them. But there's nothing I can do except sit there and premeditate all of the different ways that this could go foul if we don't, if we were to leave. We're going to do the same thing in any location. We have different things happening at different locations where we ought to be. So we have to figure out where the best place to optimize what we can do will be. If that is getting to his mom's power source, then
Okay.
that's where we have to go. It doesn't mean I'm comfortable just up and leaving here, but I don't see a better thing to do. Mal is
Okay.
currently working on getting them, vented elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
If there are other things that we want to do before we leave to try and secure the place, I'm not opposed to it, but realistically we lose time either option.
I am just making sure that we all understand the decision we are making and that we aren't all going to suddenly be upset or at each other's throats because of what might happen if we decide to leave.
As far as I am concerned, we are having to pick between the lesser of two evils at this point, and I think the most benefit, it's probably the higher risk, but the most benefit stands to be made if we can intercept your mom's power source.
No guts,
Which
no
I have a
blood.
question about for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's also fair.
Why do you have mommy issues so much?
Well, I don't know who my father is, so I only have the one to look towards and have problems with. So,
Let's say we get to the source of the Empress's power.
okay. Can I shut her off from me?
Right, is that going to change anything? Because you're still connected to it, even though it was under her, like she controlled it. Is that going to make a difference?
Knowing what I know, if I had full control, would I be able to snip her off entirely?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, it would give me the majority of the power if I hold the control.
Okay, so it would grant you more power, and you would be strong, potentially become stronger if we can get you access to it.
Yes.
Okay.
And would probably weaken her, which would be interesting to see
Okay.
what happens on a weakened Empress.
This is like a Gohan versus Cell saga thing. Like, Gohan's stronger, but Cell has more fighting experience. So it's like, who will win? We don't know.
Where are you from?
Hey, you know what?
I've never been to Angel Grove either. I'm not sure if that's real. Wait, no,
I
we
believe-
know you came from a different dimension.
Yeah, we know he
No.
came from
I
that
believe
world.
Angel Grove is a more realistic place than Elwick.
So
And
far,
we're
he
trying
has
to go
not-
to that one.
So far, he has not told me things about about Angel's Grove that contradict each other.
I have told you so much about my. I have been an
All right.
open book.
Yeah,
About my
yep,
town.
a
What was
book
one of-
full
what
of
was one of-
lies,
yeah,
potentially.
Yeah, tell us one of the things again.
Well, Stephanie, remembering this list that.
So I was like, go on.
Take notes.
Well,
If you need the list.
No.
There's-
She's role playing right now, Keith.
the head of the village makes all of the decisions.
Like most societies, yes.
It's a matriarchy.
Have you been drinking this morning?
Okay.
It's a matriarchy.
Oh.
Yes.
So the elves.
Yes.
Ah.
It's a fishing village.
Wait.
Shit.
Oh.
Wait. Is this linked to...
And I am the princess. No.
I'll kill you here and now.
That's
Bad.
good.
Could that be with... Like, mom?
Yeah, no, that's exactly like
No.
she sends it to this weird place that no one knows about, but is a mate like,
Well,
and it, she
technically, yeah,
trusts
the-
it enough to stash her power there.
Yeah, the Empire.
Yeah,
The Empire is basically a matriarchy, anyways.
not
so-
basically.
It
It is.
Yeah.
There's a difference between the matriarchy, where the woman is insane, and the matriarchy.
I don't think the
Insane.
Empress is insane.
She's crazy. And the
No,
matriarchy
no,
where they fish.
she's quite sane.
She's power hungry. She's oppressive. She's a tyrant. I would not call her insane.
She's a murderess, and we fish. There's a huge
Well,
gap.
well, no, not necessarily. Depending on how you look at it, you do murder a lot of fish.
How do you...
Yeah,
How do you punish your people when, say, like, they get a death sentence for a crime?
Presumably
you
with
guys-
that.
Do they do
Do
this?
that deed.
Now it's been a while since I've been back, but Stephanie's very tired. We try
Go
not to
on.
have death sentences. It serves no one to have people die. You don't learn nothing.
They become slaves.
Well, I mean, at least that sounds very un-Empress-like.
You are
But-
put to work repairing nets
That sounds more like it.
until
Wait, with or without pay?
well, without you're learning a lesson.
See?
That's okay. Now it's starting to sound more like what I'm familiar with.
Become a slave.
Let me get into the drive. Keep a living list now.
Yeah.
Okay, the fact that it is a matriarchy makes me a little bit more uncomfortable about taking Bit there.
Oh my gosh.
If you think that there's a better place to
Oh, yeah.
stash her,
I mean, I think there is, but it's going to require a detour.
Which
how
I don't
quick
think.
can we make
I
a
think-
detour?
I don't know.
Can't. It takes a day to recharge the key, and anywhere he wants to take her is going to
I think
require the
Setterton is
key.
the safest place, assuming we go there and overthrow the Imperials that currently have the town under martial law.
Is this number 87?
I don't know.
This is
it?
episode 87, yes.
You
I
wanna,
think-
So you think maybe dealing with Setterton before Elwick? I mean, it's not a bad idea.
I think if we're going to move Bit somewhere that is not with us, that Setterton makes the most sense, given that it is sort of central to our organization at the moment, except for the fact that last we heard Setterton is under martial law. I am also admittedly a little concerned that the center of our organization is currently under martial law.
I feel like that's a really fair thing to be super
But-
concerned about.
I don't know that, and if we think that taking Bit with us is the best, then maybe we don't need to worry about that right now. It does not, based on all the reports I have had, it does not seem to have affected our operations.
Not that you've been able to glean, no.
Yeah, nothing in the reports that I've been given from our people says that like it's hindering what we've been doing. So I don't know that it takes top priority.
Okay, wait.
But-
So if you're concerned about Bit going, is there something that you can give her that would protect her, like transport her somewhere?
No.
Give her a key.
Well, we need the key
I
to
mean,
get
yeah,
to
like we
Elwick.
could give her the key, but if we take her with us and more than and even if she uses the key, I mean, where can Bit go? Back here? Again, I like it. It doesn't seem like a great idea, and I'm a little, especially having learned just a little bit more about Elwick, I'm a little hesitant to just bring her with us in case we're walking into
Is
something risky.
Mal's home place covered in guards?
You mean the place where we are right now?
Oh, is that where you are right now, Mal's place?
Yeah, we're in the
Yeah.
dwarves' territory.
Okay, sorry, I missed that.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Again, maybe we want to go to Elwick, and that's fine. I want to make sure that we have considered the options and that you all understand and we're not just packing our bags running off to go to home the first minute we get the chance.
I think we should go.
To Elwick?
I think that's at least 3 for Elwick.
How long does polymorph work?
An hour.
Can I ask a question about your particular brand of
for
magical
it.
shenanigan? Okay.
Which one?
Which one? You have to be more specific.
The building of things,
Uh-huh.
specifically.
Time and money.
Can you be able to
Everything
guard
includes
back?
Tell me to
Technically.
backtrack this if I'm just like,
This is some time, money, and the permission of God.
Which one?
Yes.
this is something that exists in my nonsense world, so if this doesn't actually work the way she thinks it does or
I will
anything like that,
stop you.
edit it here
It's fine.
as you wish to. I came across an item that existed.
In a fairy tale.
I had a dream.
I had a dream.
I don't know exactly how it worked, but it was confiscated off of somebody, and I think what it did, it's a set of cufflinks. One person has one person has the other, and some magicy wagicky thing has the encoding for each
Okay,
like thing.
sure.
Can you build something like that so that if somebody gets into a bind, it blinks the person that it is with?
I mean, we
Back
have
to
the. We
Can
have
it
the.
be built? Yes.
However.
Right now, the only understanding I have of any amount of teleportation, because I haven't had time to read through everything, is the harness that summons phase spiders.
And yeah, let's not.
That is the only thing that I... So, do I think it is possible? Yes.
It
Do we
absolutely is
potentially
possible.
have access to the information now, since we took all those books out of her tower? Probably. I have not had time to read through all those books. I have not had time to figure out exactly how it works. Plus, then it would take even more time for me to actually build it, and I don't know how long that would take.
Okay.
Why not leave her here with Cabbage?
I mean, we can if people think that
You take a look around the room and realize Cabbage is not in the room
that's
with you.
not shocking.
My statement stands.
We can. I didn't
But
want us to
also-
run off somewhere again and forget that we had Bit with us, and forget that Bit's kind of important to a lot of people, and like there's at least 2 large groups of people actively hunting her.
Also, there is my brother,
Mhm.
Mal's cousin, and a league of assassins that are trying to find Bit. And Cabbage does not have the full capabilities of fighting an entire assassination team.
So there's a saying in Elwick.
I'm sure there is.
sure there is.
She would probably join them.
They invented it right now.
So there's a saying in Elwick. You don't leave your best fishing hooks at home. And so basically, if it's valuable, you take it
That's
with
a
you.
strangely cogent saying.
That
Okay.
So basically, take her with us.
Okay, and if we get incapacitated by whatever's waiting for us in Elwick,
Which there won't be anything.
because
It's a fishing village.
that now
is-
houses the central power source of the Empress.
Which is 1/4 of the creation dragon.
I highly doubt they were just stuck in the middle of town and somewhere and just left it.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, that's exactly right. Meanwhile, in Elwick, that is exactly what has happened. But
So wait, how did we find this out again?
My patron said, "Hey, I got moved. I'm now here, and I showed you all what the village looks like that it's at, and you're like, that's Elwick."
What?
and
What
from
if you
spying on Master Rosk, we know that he had information that the Empress moved the power source.
Mhm.
What if he just got eaten by a shark or something, and now he's sitting out in the bay
That
at
would
Elwick?
No. Okay.
Ideal?
You want to go to Elwick, full stop, no matter what, as soon as possible.
Yes.
We get it. You no longer need to share your opinion. I understand.
I would be excited to show you around my hometown. I
would love
don't
to see it.
particularly want to go there. I've been there.
I want to see the
A
festivals.
compromise situation.
Can I insight check that?
Go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
The
player-
way you said that makes me think that there might be more to a reason why you might
Player-
have left.
Player Danny has a question.
Well,
Player Danny wants to know: did we decide we were going to go by
17.
foot? Like we were
To
gonna
Elwick?
travel?
Elwick?
No, we
No,
were
we're
going
gonna
to
do
use the
door
key.
thing. Okay.
Okay.
Because when I asked where is Elwick, she said that way,
Okay, that's right.
and I said, "Great, that's not helpful."
I can remember. Okay, carry on with your.
All
thing
right,
first.
so we've got an insight check of 17.
Yes.
So I would like for you to roll me either deception or persuasion.
And don't tell us which
Don't
one.
tell us which one you're rolling. Just give us the results.
And I'm specifically trying
It
to
is-
see
it is up
whether
to
or
you
not
whether
there's
you're
a
lying or not.
lying, whether or not that you basically are like, is there a reason why you're no longer at Elwick,
Okay,
or
so deception is.
if you're lying that
But I don't wanna go.
don't want to go
And
for
persuasion's
no
like-
reason.
Persuasion
I
is
don't
that
really
you're telling the
care
truth
about-
and you want him to know.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a natural 1.
Oh
oh!
Okay, in this case, I do need you to tell us which one you're using because it's going to be fairly obvious.
I was using persuasion. I don't particularly have a pushing desire to go.
Okay,
And there's no reason behind it.
I didn't say that.
so so she really does want to go. There seems to be some particular reason, but she didn't give you that reason, and you weren't able to tease it out of how she said she wants to go.
So I was more
Really?
doing that like I don't mind if I go. I'm not like like I can't wait to be home.
Right.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, that would be fun to show you around.
What's his name?
Dad, sister, half brother.
That's presumptuous.
Is there a little hamlet or something like that within 5 miles of Elwick?
A hamlet.
It has to be a place that she's been to and would know.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Don't
Is
say
there
hamlet.
is there a wharf within 5 miles?
Yes.
Okay. Are you familiar with a door at her
Yes,
wharf?
are you familiar with some doors there?
There is
She
a,
dated a door there once.
there is a shack. Last time I recall, where they
Jeez.
kind of stored repair supplies
We're gonna end
for
up in 9 layers of
boats
hell.
and such.
Oh no!
Again,
of
my
course,
only
yeah.
concern is if we bring Bit with us and something happens to us, Bit can't get out for a day.
That's actually why I say like someplace near, because if we can,
Yeah, but not in town.
yeah,
no one-
we
yeah,
can
no
get
one can scry
close
on her,
enough, and then send like her, since she belongs in Elwood,
A scouting
ahead
party.
Okay.
to make sure that there's nothing crazy going on.
Belong
If
there.
it
I
looks
belong
like
out in
there
the world.
are things afoot, she can come back and tell us, and we can get Bit out.
Okay.
Does that sound like a
I'll agree with
reasonable
that.
compromise?
That works.
Okay, let's go with that option then.
What?
Shack.
I will. I
Oh,
will
that
take.
shack is so been converted to an outhouse since then.
I'll take the key and I will hand it to.
Before we do that, I have one request. Can we wait one more day?
Why?
Because then I will have 12 more healing potions ready.
At that point, we can just.
That's fair.
We just row there in a boat.
Okay, Steph,
Oh, man.
real
Yes.
quick, roll me 3 D100s.
3D100.
I don't have a D100 in my hands, Keith.
You have 2 D10s, right?
I thought it was a.
That's how that
Do you need a
Percentiles.
D100?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just
I'm like,
just
let me
give me the
get
numbers.
giant
It's
dice.
the fancy D10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the fancy D10.
Step with 100 dice.
1d1.
I'm just gonna use a 10 and add a 0.
What does that equal?
Get that
What's
number.
that even?
I'm like, hold on, that's my other bag.
Binary dice. They've
Oh,
only
3,
got ones
you
and
said,
zeros
right?
on them.
You said 3 of them?
Yep.
You said 3?
Or you
Okay.
can just roll
3 sets. Yeah, just 3 sets of D100.
or
3 sets?
Yeah, 3 different.
Is that
3
6?
3 different
Because a
numbers.
set is 2. I'm just kidding.
She
Okay.
rolled. She
So-
rolled 3
Somebody's
D10s.
spicy today.
Alright, so I
Wait,
have.
Steph,
I have,
Steph,
like,
okay.
Oh my! You rolled 3.
Steph, no,
You just rolled it!
Yeah, Steph.
What?
For heaven's sakes,
Roll D100
roll
3
that
times.
3 times and tell us what the number is. This
Each time.
one is the first number. This one's the second.
Okay, so it's a 1 set.
One
Yes.
D10 is the tens place. The other D10 is the ones place.
Obviously, we don't
And you
use
roll
D100s
them
often.
together 3 times to get 3 different
Oh.
results. Yep.
You know
Yeah.
It took me forever
You know
to
what?
get that in
I hope
time.
you all
That's
die
only
now.
four.
Alright,
All right, first
You
set.
know, numbers.
what is it?
That is a
94?
94, yes.
94. Okay, second set.
That is a 25,
25. And
46.
46. Okay.
A good spread.
2 other real quick questions.
Not intuitive, it would be an
2
S.
other real quick questions for you. 1 second. I'm just.
Don't die, and I won't sing the fish song to bring y'all back to life.
I don't like that there's a fish song that you think brings people back to life.
I
Oh,
love
I
it.
forgot that it was in there, but I read it.
Which is
How'd
funny
it go?
because
Okay.
it's
First question.
Yes.
First question for you.
Yes.
What ethnicity would your father be?
Gosh.
Guppy.
Fish.
Fish.
Fishman.
Ethnicity.
Yes.
Like,
Papa was a real tiger fish.
I
My father was a whale.
Oh,
fantasy Sicilian. Let's not stray too far from reality, I guess. For a second.
Oh, I don't know. I think it would be hilarious if he was a water genasi.
no, but he's human.
He's human. Boy.
The decision was fantasy Sicilian.
Fantasy Sicilian? Okay, let me see if there
You
is.
said my real name.
I roll dice. I don't play D&D. I roll dice. I don't know what's happening in this
so
world.
brand for your mom to have been like,
A hat? He's a sea serpent?
You know, I
I
have
gotta
a
get a
newfound
piece of
respect
that,
for the
that funky
names.
merman. Like, that seems
See,
like
now,
Adele's
now when
mom
we
thing
meet
to
her
do.
dad, I just want to never go up against a Sicilian when
Wait.
death is on the line!
More.
Where's the land war in China? What was the first one?
A land war in Asia.
Land war in Asia. But the second.
Only slightly less known.
Oh man.
And seeing as how you have already told me you have a brother,
Yes, I did. I did say that.
would he have taken his name from your human heritage or your elven heritage? What would your parents have chosen for
He's
him?
a rebel.
Elvin.
Elven?
Yeah.
Okay. Good enough. Thank you very
He is
much.
no longer named Smith.
Snivy.
Smiley.
I don't know.
I'm just generating a name. Don't worry about me.
No, don't
Okay,
worry.
y'all keep doing the
Never
thing.
worry about you. I worry about me.
I worry about everybody else at the table. I don't
That's
know about.
that's
I
fact.
suppose we can spend a day just getting prepared.
I'd just like to have health potions.
Yeah,
Again.
I
No, that's
feel
fair.
Like given what
Um,
we're possibly
We
gonna
can
walk
spend a little
into,
bit
that
of
is
money
a
if we
very
want
easy
to
time.
get some. I have some money, so if we want to get her like a cloak that'll cover her, or maybe some armor, not knowing whatever she has, we can
Is she
give her a bit
magical?
of.
Armor and a disguise.
I don't.
We don't. We have no confirmation. We just believe
never
this
saw
is
it.
a.
I've never worn
13.
armor before.
It probably wouldn't be a bad thing to have. Just
Try
in case.
drowning her.
It's like a heavy ship.
Can I have a dagger too? A knife?
Oh, you want a knife? He's gonna go open a drawer and be like, I've got like 7 in here. Come pick one.
So we're gonna wake up all dead, right?
Look, if you haven't killed us all in our sleep, I think we're safe.
So she Bit will actually
Yeah,
go over and look. Is there like a particular style or is it?
No, this is just a
mishmash?
hodgepodge of daggers we have
Hodgepodge.
collected over
Okay.
time.
Is there like so there's not any particular anything that you recall?
Oh no, these are all just kind of generic, regular.
Actually, you know what? I have a. I
Nitty
can.
gritty.
I'll give her my +2 dagger, because I rarely
Okay.
use daggers, so I'll just give her the +1, the +2. Let's
Give her the magic dagger.
yeah.
And when you pull it out and hand it to her,
I imagine it has a
she
small
sort
sheath,
of
right?
she sort of looks from it to you,
Oh, here we go.
Stab, stab, stab.
and she just runs to you and throws her arms around you,
I-
and she is like
Mind the
crying with joy. It's like,
Aw.
oh, thank you, brother.
He's a pirate.
Okay, so also maybe don't like randomly hug people while you're wielding that. It looks really suspicious.
Well, it's still in the sheath, right?
Yes.
You handed it to her in the sheath. She didn't take it out. She just threw her arms around you and hugged you.
And I just don't know what to do at that point.
Don't worry,
Because,
I'll teach you some things.
yeah.
So if you would like, I would be happy to teach you
I would
some
be
things
happy to
about.
teach.
Sounds like
He's
Cassian would too.
insane.
I am very good with the knife and daggers.
You're a rogue, right?
Yeah, he is. So he is.
I'm gonna have Aunt Simi teach me how to use this, if that's okay.
He'll
Oh, that's fine for the beginner stuff. If you want to do that stuff, then come with me.
If you want to learn how to slit his throat without it casting blood over the wall, let me know.
She just kind of snuggles a little bit closer into her half brother.
Oh, jeez.
You're stuck with it now.
I'm stuck with her now. I've never. this is a new
Cue the
experience. for me.
24-hour like montage. like,
bonding. Yep.
Do, 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 do.
I like each of you's doing it, and like cut back to Killian, who's just watching this like chemistry set and slowly adjusting a frame.
Yeah, we'll just 10 gold to get her set up with just some stuff.
All right.
Does that sound
You
good?
you outfit your half sister with gear that you can find in town. A lot of it is
Dwarven.
Which actually might be the right size.
dwarven cut, which means lengthwise it's okay. It's a little
Just
bigger
girthy.
around. It's a
I'm
little
slowly running out
girthy.
of my own gold.
But you get her set up. You've got her a nice warm cloak. You've got her actually a pair of good sturdy boots
Good water
that
resistant
she
boots.
actually didn't have before.
Oh, good.
But this whole thing?
Not barefoot, but she might as well have been. She didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you guys get her set up, and and she's just like tickled with everything that you guys have provided for her.
And I will recommend that you get a disguise ready for when we.
Pair of glasses with a mustache.
So you guys
Or
spend
just
the
like
day
a
doing that.
like a mask that has just a dwarf beard.
Killian spends the day brewing
Yep.
health
It's just a
potions.
dwarf beard.
She's pretty. She's
Steph,
pretty
what
dwarf.
is Dell's doing to prepare for the trip home?
I might put her in armor. I'm just gonna try
So
and
the
see.
times that you've seen Dells do spells, she's kind of like scribbled her drawing out and then thrown the page or done whatever. It's kind of like always a quick scribble. So right now she's doing very intricate drawings of her spells, and sometimes she'll frown, tear one up, and do it again until she has like she's spending all day doing this, making sure that they are immaculate.
I'm also gonna
Drawings.
spend another 10 gold just to get her armor.
Okay.
Armor her.
Yeah.
I am working on various disguises.
Those are really good.
Thank you.
I don't think I've seen you practice like that before.
I think looks like practice. And she'll tear it up.
No, I didn't mean
And
it
she'll
like
go
that.
start again.
Oh. Sorry. sorry. I'm just awkward. Like,
Ouch! I haven't heard that for a long time.
it's just, I don't know. You seem. I mean, it's perfect. I can't think of anything that I
Just
would
let it go.
critique.
That
Okay.
nine's really flying right now. Ain't it?
I'm just gonna walk away.
Thank you.
Looks really, really excellent. It's awkward to me.
Awkward see me is awkward.
Just see me.
I'm so sorry.
And then she just jumped
It's
in my
curved in
butt.
this shaggin'.
Okay,
Yes,
you have one of the auto injectors.
I do have one of the
And you do you.
Is that the thing that stabs me when I'm close to low health?
Yep, that's the.
I guess so.
I guess. Oh, she's
So I have given you one before.
Yes.
Okay.
You've given it to me.
I do not know.
Okay, so you probably don't have one.
I don't think so.
That's okay. Those don't take very long to make. So I will
I don't
make one for each of you, and then how many healing potions do you have?
none. I used
mean-
them. Mine got poofed up
Yeah.
when I got hit
Do you have
by.
any more healing potions?
I have one more.
You've one.
Yeah.
I assume Dale says none.
I have never been stabbed to get better.
So I assume that means that you still have the one that was in there.
Probably.
So you have one. Okay.
I think I might just give mine to Bit if you can't make one for
Which
Bit.
now I'm like, man, I almost drowned. And I have that?
She appears to be
Appears to be
human.
human. Okay,
She's about as human in appearance as Milo is.
Flowing red hair.
Okay, everybody gets 2 healing potions. So for each of you, I just gave you one more, and then we have 2 in reserve. And we do actually have a spare auto injector, so we can give that one to Bit.
What's this?
So
Yeah, go ahead. And you can
just
split
go
that
ahead
one.
and wear that on your arm, and if you ever get hurt, it will automatically use the little vial in there to heal you. So it's kind of an insurance policy in case you get hurt too bad.
Okay. Is it magic?
Does that matter?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. If it does, yeah. Okay.
Stab you. Just kidding. I'm not gonna say.
Magic's
We wanna
just
keep
science
you
and
well.
explanation.
There you
And
go.
that's gonna help keep you well. So it
Okay.
doesn't matter how it does it.
Don't ask questions that you don't know the answer to.
We'll have longer conversations about that as you want to.
Nothing's gonna happen to you.
No. God, I hope you're right.
All right. So you guys spend the day making your preparations.
Okay.
Sleep
How
through
much?
another night.
Sorry, one more thing. How much food do each of you carry with you?
I've never. Couldn't know that.
I've usually just maintained that before we left, I brought enough rations for the trip plus some. So I've never actually been that diligent about bringing like specific days worth of food.
Okay. Do you have rations?
No.
No.
I have a
I do
scholar's
have
pack.
rations, but I just have like rations. Like that's all I've been, like I have.
I mean, I don't track that personally. I think it sort of detracts a little bit from the gameplay, so I don't
I just
Enforce it
I just
that
wanted to see
much,
if
but
people
yeah.
had it or not. So.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
got some.
I'm sure this village we might be going to might have like dried fish
Yep.
for sale.
No, it actually has venison.
It's fine dining.
This village is actually nowhere near the water.
We don't eat the fish we catch. That's it. We sell that, and we just hunt whatever we find.
I
You trade the
ignore
fish for
their
other
taunting,
meats.
and I continue to draw.
So the next day, You guys getting ready to do what? Go where? What's the plan?
Going
So we're going to a
to
shack.
a
Yeah, we're going
shack
to
on
the
the outskirts
The
of
shack.
Elwick.
I had to-
All right.
Yes.
We'll hand you the key.
Should we disguise her?
Yes. Go ahead and disguise
I
her
don't-
now before we leave.
What you putting? What you doing?
Okay. So, like I said, I only have my bag, so I don't have much with me at the moment.
Mhm.
But alright. Vic, can you come over here? We're gonna dress you up, make you. We're gonna disguise you just so nobody recognize you.
Okay.
Okay. Like he's gonna look her over. How tall is she?
I mean, she's
About as tall as a year-old is.
I think we've established that she's like 13, early teens. So
So what is that, like 5 feet or something?
yeah, probably
4.5.
5'1", 5 you know, 4.5 to 5 foot. Yeah, pretty lanky, pretty stringy.
you can use some of my ink for her hair if you want.
Could do that too.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Okay, so you have the whole armor thing going on as well. We could make you into an actual dwarf. Well, you're kind of tall for a dwarf.
Just use your regular.
Alright, let me put this beard on you, see how you look.
This stuff's too expensive.
My
Yeah,
ink
it's
is
itchy,
magic
we all
right
know.
I don't like it.
Okay, I'll take that off. Okay, actually we could make you a little bit taller, make you like an elf, like a grand high elf type thing.
How tall are you gonna make her? What are you...
Just so happens I got little stilts about a foot long each.
Are you gonna teach her how to walk on stilts?
It shouldn't be that difficult.
Oh.
Just something that will cover up her
Not
face.
Stilts. Just.
You know what? I'm not sure I need a disguise.
How about?
How about we dye her hair?
Yeah. Let's dye your hair.
Okay.
Oh, sure, you won't go that route.
Okay. So yeah.
I got this wonderful
Borrow.
pirate outfit.
What?
Is that a skill that you have?
What color? Like,
Disguise
is she
good,
like super
yeah.
pale? Like, what's her complexion like?
Yeah,
Very
pale.
similar to.
Pale. Pale.
Okay.
Porcelain.
So
White as snow.
I will get like I guess like some fat or some grease or something. Nothing too gross, but like maybe like
Because fat and grease isn't gross.
I'm trying to come up with the word, but like tallow. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like something
yeah.
more from. And then I'm gonna put some of
Should be better.
my brown inks in there, and I'm gonna like massage it all up on her, like,
As I say.
so she'll be
Darken up.
darker.
Okay.
And I just give it like a look, casting like a, and then I guess darken her hair up with some inks too,
Okay.
so she'll be
Don't
dark.
blame me, I only have one night to work on this stuff.
I'm like stilts.
Who doesn't want to be taller?
Okay.
All right. So the next morning, you all gather up. You've got Bit disguised.
We'll leave a message for the two
Leave a message for
gaggers.
Milo or for Mal and sorry,
Cabbage.
not
Cabbage.
yeah, and Cabbage, and you give the key to Dells. All right, Dells. Now, Stephanie to DM. How well did Dells actually know this shack?
Even
So
nuts.
knowing everything I know,
Uh-huh.
I'd say pretty well because it is
Pretty
far
well.
from town.
Okay.
So, but I haven't been back in a little bit, so I'm going off of the memory from when I left. It.
That's okay. That's
Okay.
all right. You remember where it is. You remember how it was when you left. You kind of picture that in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And so where are you guys doing this?
Probably the shagging.
I assume in the shaggin, we'll just use the one door in the shaggin.
Okay. So you are inside the shaggin, and you know it's the door to Killian's room.
Yep.
It's the only one that's got a lock on it. And so you put the key in, and you're picturing it in your head, this shack, and you turn the key, and you open the door fully expecting to see that because magic isn't real, the room behind it is just going to be Killian's room. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm bringing it with me.
Oh.
We don't need. It takes 10 minutes to assemble the door. We don't need to.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Voila!
and it opens up to the inside of this small shack.
Like, ha 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 ha.
Okay.
All right. Still
we
going
go.
through.
That was more successful than it could have been.
So it's like a shack. It's got like
So this is the love shack.
repaired stuff. Spare bits of wood.
So there's spare bits of wood, metal hooks, tools. A little bit tarnished, a little bit rusty. Doesn't look like there's been a lot of activity in this shack for a little while. What windows there are, sort of grimy, cobwebs up in the corners. Everyone piles in. You close the door behind you, take the key out, open the door, and there's a beach in front of you.
I give the key back to whomever it was.
This is kind of nice.
The beach episode. Nice.
Somebody's gotta have one.
Off to your right is the actual coastlines, white sandy beach. To your left, there's just dune grasses waving in the salt air. Dells. It smells very much like home.
Yep. Like,
Off to the horizon, you guys do see a handful, not a lot, of small fishing boats out in the water, fishermen plying their trade. There's a couple of spots that are sort of roped off areas. It's like there's sticks that have been jabbed into the seabed and have ropes strung between them. Dells, you remember that's where the kelp beds are, where your villagers harvest seaweed.
not graves.
Of course, why would you have the graves in the kelp farming area?
Right?
They
Exactly.
throw the bodies into the water. Jeez.
Far off down the beach, it sort of curves off to the left. Taking your bearings. You're facing south, so that would be off to the west, and just coming around the bend down there is another set of fishing boats heading out for the day. It's fairly early in the morning, obviously, so
Any people in sight?
there's nobody on the beach. The only people you see are out on the fishing boats, some distance off. There's no way that they've seen you.
Okay.
Which way?
I have a knife. I'm like, hold on, and I'm like
Send some people ahead.
doing a little like,
A little recon.
Okay.
okay.
Probably not a bad idea so that we don't pulp it in yet.
Okay. Who's saying? Who's going?
Go.
I was going to suggest
You
that.
just throw it like a football.
I was actually going to suggest.
No,
that
I'll send Ingir to go
Oh.
do a quick UAV pass and then come back.
All right. So you send him off.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me,
120 is how far I can see through him.
120
Anything
feet.
120 feet, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be far past his range, but then he'll just come back
Okay.
and then share the information. As
All right.
we're slowly walking.
So,
from
he goes for altitude first. So he goes as high as he can at 120 feet. He sort of looks out, and you, right before your connection to him blips out, you do get from his point of view a little secluded bay. There's an inlet, a river sort of flowing in to the sea from land, and looks like, hard to judge, maybe a quarter mile up the river, there's sort of an inlet with a couple of piers poking out into this little secluded bay. And there are any number of fishing boats going down the river out to sea. At one of the piers, there is a 3-masted cargo ship. No, sails are furled.
Spoken like a pirate.
There is no flag flying, but it's there. And there's not a lot of activity on it. I think it might be a little bit early in the day for whatever business they have, but it's there. And just as all of that registers, Ingir goes out of your connection site, and you see him zip off towards the town, disappearing into invisibility as he goes.
Well, it looks like we've got your village is that way, river inlet.
That way.
Yeah. Seems like there's a pretty big cargo ship there. Didn't see any like regalia flag, so. But hopefully when he comes back, he'll have a little more information on what we're seeing. So.
Yeah, if I was an imperial ship going into a non-imperial place, I don't know that I'd be flying my flag. So it doesn't necessarily mean much yet.
No.
Yeah.
Alright,
I don't know, I think someone like from the Imperial would be proud they are in Winter Show.
Not if they're trying to hide this thing. Like, I would assume that they probably didn't even sail under Imperial flags.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're trying to hide the fact that you're moving this valuable cargo.
Okay. Well, let's have at it then.
Lead the way, Dells.
Are we leaving Vit in the shack or taking her on?
I think we'll take her for a little while, and then once we get a scope out, we can always just take her back to the shack.
Yeah, once we get in your back, we'll decide.
Okay. I hold in my little bag and I just start strutting off down the beach.
All right. So it is about a half a mile or so down the beach. It's a pleasant day. The sun is just coming up over the ocean. No, it wouldn't be from over the land. Sorry. Had to get my bearings there. Hang on one second.
The sun is shining, the tank is clean.
And we are going to, oh crap, we're going to Elwick.
But it's actually a fairly pleasant morning. A lot more temperate than you would have expected for the time of year. You suspect it might have something to do with being near the ocean. That tends to moderate things a little bit. There is a sort of a nice onshore breeze blowing, so you're getting a lot of the smells of the salt air, the ocean smells coming in offshore, and it's actually a pretty pleasant day. You round the curve and start following the sort of inlet river inland. Not far up, the beach sort of disappears, and you find yourself on a fairly well-traveled footpath. It's not anything more than a footpath. This is not a cart path or anything like that. It's just been worn down by generations of feet making the trek down to the beach. Dells, this is all very, very familiar territory to you. Before long, Ingir sort of flits back to you. Long before you actually come within sight of the town. The picture he gives you is actually a fairly small, sort of idyllic little harbor town. There's not much to it. 2 or 3 streets is all handful of buildings, couple of warehouses, but not all that many of them. Fairly small warehouses at that, so you figure any cargo coming in or going out, well, any cargo coming in at least, just enough for the town. Going out, probably, whatever a fishing village would have around it. There are groves of fruit trees sort of up the hill away from the water. You're not sure exactly what fruit trees there are, but there are some. There's also some fields that have you've never actually seen cotton plants,
No, I haven't.
but
No, they just come. They come in wrapped. In,
yeah, it comes wrapped in
bolts.
bales, right? But you recognize the white fluffy bits growing on the plants as cotton. They're not large fields by any stretch, so it's probably not one of the things that they export, but it is at least growing there. Other than that, it's fairly quiet. You don't see any signs of anything untoward. You don't see any signs of anything that screams the Imperium.
Okay.
But
Man.
but you did catch from
Rewind.
From that-
enhance. Enhance.
But as Ingir was flying back by the ship, he did look over and notice that while it wasn't flying, at the base of the flagpole on its stern
Mm-hmm.
is a black piece of cloth.
Stop here at the side of the path. Alright, so from what Inger has shown me, it looks plainly normal. No Imperial presence.
Smug, like smug.
Okay.
Smug can be
The big ship,
Uh-huh.
though it's not flying at the top, there is a black flag.
What's the black flag?
I don't know how they would have done it. In fact, I'm slightly impressed. But I think pirates might have stolen it in transport,
Oh, pirates.
which I don't know how that's possible.
See, you laugh at my pirate outfit.
Unless there is a crack team of Imperials pretending to be pirates.
I was gonna say, unless they're pretending to be pirates, maybe?
Did they hire cabbage?
Well, we might steal that for cabbage and have her hanging on a wall somewhere.
Yeah,
but
cabbage is leading them.
Alright, that's our second objective.
Get the pirate
First
flag.
objective.
Were there any sort of guards or anybody?
I will,
Yeah,
send
there's
you
not,
the
there's not
info.
even like people keeping watch. Like it's a sleepy little village.
It's a very sleepy little village.
How...
Huh.
Now, don't take this the wrong way, Dels, but as someone who has lived in a matriarchy before, how hardcore of a matriarchy are we talking about? Are we like, all men are scum?
No.
Or
No.
it's just that women are traditionally the ones that are in charge?
It's not that all men are scum. Women just know better.
That's, I was going to say that in a much worse way. But yes.
Okay, my reference to the matriarchy is drow society, and that doesn't go well.
Oh, so I suppose this means that our two spokespeople are gonna have to be Dells and Simi.
Well, I mean, I can disguise self.
I got disguises.
I just want to see you walk in and be like, hello! Who's the Doubtfire?
Milo in drag.
You know,
Isn't that different from regular Milo?
He is mighty pretty. I guess we can. I mean, you know people here. I'm really not good at talking.
Yeah, but unless people are gonna put on disguises and pretend that they're women, last time I checked,
Okay.
that'd be you.
I mean, we'll give you points, and I'll just be back up.
Yeah,
Fem?
yeah.
Sure.
I could, yeah.
Sure. Okay. Am I
I
supposed
mean,
to act girly or
they-
do they care?
They are a matriarchy. They know the rest of the world is not a matriarchy.
Dells,
Good. Okay.
Do pirates frequent your village?
They are pirates.
So
That
Stephanie,
makes a lot more sense.
this is one of those things that no one else in town ever told Dells about.
Like,
Yeah, welcome to our Tortuga.
Oh,
So that is what I'm wondering though. Is
Yeah.
but Dells would know.
I don't recall there being a lot of pirates here. Again, we have fashion and food.
We're just dressing up for the
Can I see that picture of town again real fast? Does there seem to be a lot of like?
I mean,
Is there a lot of like on the docks? Does it look like there's a lot of establishments that would cater to like not just the local sailors?
not really.
This
I mean,
doesn't look
they're-
like Tortuga or anything, right? Like it
No.
doesn't look like they frequently are having lots of
No.
ships coming in and out.
No.
Okay.
I
How many
mean,
brothels are there?
there is so
No, Inger would be looking.
hang on. So there is, like I said, there is a warehouse. It's
Yeah.
not a big one. So trade is obviously
more
not
like
unheard of.
Right, but it's not known for it. They don't
It's more
have
like
the
a-
infrastructure for it.
It's more like just a giant, bigger shed.
Yeah, it's like you're not seeing anything clothing related beyond the local cotton being
Yeah.
cleaned out and used locally on local, spun locally, weaved locally, and nothing like that.
How many tailors are there? One or two? Because two would mean that there is a feud. They up each other.
Zero
Zero. Oh,
But they have-
interesting.
The pirates.
That was done. Sorry.
The pirates.
Huh.
Are they making sailcloth?
Looking over that, like, does it look like there's parts of town that are because Inger's able to see it from above?
Right?
Does it look like there are parts of town that are specifically like disguise, like you know how you could see like. Oh, you can tell like on the outside it's supposed to look like this, but you can tell by looking over the top you can see it's sort of like Disneyland where you can see like
Yeah.
behind the curtain.
No.
I'm not seeing any of that.
No.
Okay. Huh.
Underground.
Or it's just or it's just one ship. I was wondering because if it is a pirate ship and they're not just disguised as Imperials, it just seems weird that they pick here.
Also, if it is Imperials, how would they be hiding it in Elwick?
Well, what better place?
Yeah, like assuming
Fair enough.
assuming that the Empress trusts whoever runs the place.
I mean, one matriarch to another.
Right.
I honestly love the idea that secretly Dells has just been from a pirate village this entire time. I think that
All the fishing stuff is just a cover.
you make so much more sense to me now.
No, it's,
Anyway.
no. People would come.
I mean,
For
to
the
be
food.
in her defense, I am not. There doesn't seem to be the infrastructure in town to support lots of pirating activity. Like, there's not tons of places on the docks that are catering to outsiders. There's not like if this is a place where the pirates are coming, they have hidden it underground.
Does it look like the cargo ship, like this is their specific pier, or like it lies in like this is like where they usually dock, or is it more of just like we came to this town, we took a dock? Or a
It
pier,
looks
or
more
whatever?
like they just kind of tied up wherever they could.
So they're not, they might not even be from here,
They're
but they're just
here for the food.
I guess. Did your patron know how long it had been here?
if I recall, do I recall how long it said it might have been?
It didn't
Yeah,
say.
I don't think it said. Okay,
I mean,
so if it is,
I can talk to it real quick and see.
How's the weather been? Because
Hmm.
if there'd been any storms or which way that the water's going, they wouldn't.
that's true.
The boats wouldn't have.
That's true.
I mean, you just showed up today. You
Yeah.
have no idea how the weather's been.
Weather's been pretty good.
I guess it could be pirates just stopping over on their way somewhere.
For the food. We have really good food here.
I mean, I
Sure.
would
You are
stop
really
for a
selling this
really
hard.
good carnita taco. So
Yeah, I'm
fair.
gonna be very disappointed now if there's not excellent food because now
Well, I haven't been here for a little
Is
bit.
there what would look like a tavern or like an inn in town?
Ingir doesn't know what those things look like.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we'll have to actually get into town, but
but we don't think we have to be worried about it. Is the
Not currently.
if the Imperials are in town,
I don't think there's enough of them here.
they have
would be a
hidden
bother.
their screening, their scouts, their guards, their screening so well that we can't tell.
okay?
And even if there is, I think with past experiences, with how many Imperials would be on a boat of that size, I think we would be fine.
Right, unless there's something else that they're using to protect it.
Which, I don't like that.
I guess then let's go get us a power source.
Like the giant Cthulhu monster that lives underneath the village.
I'm gonna not think about that one too hard.
Or the river kraken.
Exactly.
DM is furiously taking notes. Over
There are no krakens
Kraken.
here.
River Kraken.
Aqua
Got it.
Bigfoot.
I'll send a
Got it.
picture later.
River Kraken.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I guess
Krakens.
we go in. Do we have do we have a cover story for why we're here?
I
I
mean,
mean, I'm
we're
from
traveling.
here.
Well, right, but like, how do you plan on explaining?
Came to
Us.
visit.
seeing family.
Well, we can just be traveling with her.
Yeah, you're
And we stopped by to
you're my
pay a
friends.
visit. And
That's fine. I just
And on
wanted
to
to
the
know
next
if that way
area.
we could keep it straight.
how long has it been since you've been here? Just so we know a time reference.
30 years.
She left when she
I
was
would
3.
say I've been traveling for a few years. I'll say like 3.
And
The next week we've known you for like a year. So.
and we haven't
So 3 years before I met you guys. I'll
okay.
say.
And like we're not coming in on like a time when there's a festival or something, like no celebration, no holiday for this your little village. There's no reason why this.
What
No,
time
the,
of
the
year is
annual
it?
the annual catfish
What?
slapping festival is not.
I would have to know what time of year
not
it is.
I mean, it didn't look like the town was preparing for.
It looked like just your generic town.
And it's fine. Like it's fine. Whatever she wants, how she wants to explain it. I just wanted to know what it was so that she didn't say like, "Oh,
I mean,
we're
we
in
have
town.
festivals. I just what time
We're
of
in
year
town
is
for
it?
this,"
I
and
need
then
to
one of
know.
us was like, "Actually, we're in town." I just want to make sure we're all on the same page for like the story of why we're here. Since I assume we're not just gonna walk into town and say, "Hey, we're looking for this big glowy thing."
Well,
Is it a big glowy thing?
The last
Actually-
one was.
I found how
Let's see here.
in my memory, how big was it when I first saw it? It was like
were you a kid when you saw it?
the shard. It was like about the size
I mean,
that
it's maybe from your waist to the top of your head.
So about like an exercise ball.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
How are they transporting? Never mind.
How
Is
heavy
it
How big would the box
solstice
be?
or mid
I
fishing?
don't know. I've never.
Are we at any
never
significant
held
time
it.
of
How
year?
old were you when last time you saw it? Because if you're a kid, it's gonna be a lot bigger.
No, the
He
last
was a
time
kid.
I saw it, it was like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that long
It was
before
not
he showed
long
up in
ago.
town.
it
Very-
would be close to, but not quite time for the Silver Scales celebration.
Okay.
What's the Silver Scales Festival?
You won't know because we're not there.
Fair. My bad.
I just found my notes for what I had actually planned for Elwick. So,
Okay.
Sorry.
so I have a question for Killian, just
Yep.
for no particular reason whatsoever, and not even at all suspicious. What did you do with the dungeon core again?
I put the dungeon core. I told the dungeon core that I would try and find it in an appropriate place where it could build its dungeon, but it might take us some time.
Okay,
And then I put it
In a box.
I put it in a sack,
right,
and then I put that in a box,
right,
and then I put that box in a giant iron crate
okay,
and chained it closed and put a lock on it.
okay.
One of those
And-
things
And that is
lead
in the
lining.
shaggin.
In the shaggin.
There is a lead lining somewhere.
Yeah, and the box that it was in is lead lined.
Okay, just
If we
Just
ever
making sure.
If we ever open that box, it's
It's
gonna be like.
Killian very specifically chose not to put it in the bag of holding.
Okay, good to know.
This bag of holding has now become a dungeon.
Exactly what would happen.
So bad.
That would be
There's a
How
troll
about-
in there
that's how
somewhere.
bags of devouring are
It's-
formed.
I was like that. Yeah, I'm gonna next time I open it, I'm gonna open it and be like,
Huh.
that's a corridor.
That's a hallway with lanterns inside it.
No, I just wasn't sure where you had left it.
Yeah,
but
no, that's
since
where
it
it
is in the
has been a
shaggin.
while.
Okay, cool. Just making sure so I can ignore that bit of my notes.
I have more manners than that.
Alright.
Yeah,
Is the troll still in there? Is he gonna be in a dungeon?
No, we've removed the troll
Okay.
and the associated troll bits.
I
Yes.
want to go see the town.
Alright, so you guys
Yep.
continue along the path. Before long, you do start to see, sort of over the trees, you start to see the masts of a sailing vessel pulled up at dock, and then the smoke rising from, the various chimneys and whatnot of the village of Elwick. You come around the final bend, and Dells, the familiar sights of Elwick present themselves to you.
Oh, not much has changed.
There is one thing that's changed.
There's this big banner that says, "We welcome you, new empire."
There is one thing that's
What's
changed.
that?
Over the small tavern and inn that sort of serves as the focal point of the town is your brother's name.
What the? Fishing village. Is that?
What's the name of it?
It is Hadari's.
Hadari.
Killian, you will recognize that as an elven name.
Cool.
I'm sure I would too, though.
You would too.
Problem?
No. Let's go to Dari's for some refreshments and food.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Just he didn't. This wasn't here before.
He didn't.
The inn wasn't here before?
No, his name was not here before.
Take it you know him?
That's no.
Sure. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, wait, we have a thing, only one now.
Yep,
yeah.
only one.
We did that.
Keith got tired of everybody getting lots of...
Yeah.
Yes, I
Everyone's
did.
stacking.
Okay. Yeah, no. I'm sure I can treat you guys to some refreshments.
I'm sure you could.
Okay.
Food.
Lead the way.
Okay.
She'll saddle up next to you. Like, are you sure you're okay with this? You look real uncomfortable right
I
now.
just ignore Sammy and I walk on in. And just kind of
Would you like to be at the way?
a little bit like I'm afraid I'm gonna explode. I go to walk in. I know what I'm expecting to see.
Okay, so just for me, since you said that, what are you expecting to see?
Okay. So I'm expecting to see
Muscly men with no shirts.
very a la 90s Pizza Hut that has now been turned into like a, Marie calendars of, you're just, instead of something that's sort of dark, there were lanterns, just kind of old-timey sort of fishing lanterns and
Kind of
little
like a tavern?
little booths. Yeah, it was like a little tavern, but it was just very like rustic and
Like Popeyes before they went white. with the orange trim.
I'm glad you finished that sentence. Like Popeyes before they went white.
with the orange, you know what I mean. Like,
I know what you mean.
Old Popeyes used to be like, like Sailorish and all
Like,
that, but then they did like the white tile. And
So
like, white
what
with
she's
orange.
expecting is it should look like a Long John Silver's inside.
That's the other one I was thinking of. Yeah. Long
Like
John
it was
Silver's.
made out of Lincoln logs and unpainted wood. Just very
Kitschy.
homey. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like a nautical version of a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Never been to any of
Yes.
those places.
Yes.
That
That was a much better.
No,
Yeah,
that is not just
basically.
I've
Red
never been to a
Lobster.
Cracker Barrel either.
Okay, at some point we'll have to go to Cracker Barrel.
So that is what you are expecting to see, because that is what you remember.
Yes.
But as you sort of push open the door, it is nothing like what your memory has. All of the interior walls have been whitewashed. The windows are actually fairly clean. They were never clean before. There's a couple that are open, letting the sea breezes in to cool things down. It still has some of that sort of kitschy ocean like decorations to it, like old ripped nets that are clearly beyond being repaired, are hung up on the walls.
Oh, man.
The lanterns you were expecting are there, but they have been buffed to like a high shine. The copper in them is just gleaming.
I bet they offer wine tasting.
Oh, absolutely.
This place offers wine
I'm
tasting.
down.
Yes.
So in the back, there is. It's not glass, but there's like a transparent wall, and behind it is like this gleaming copper distillery. That the fire is going. You can see it bubbling. There is stuff running through it back there.
I am there.
So more like a not like glass, but kind of like maybe like a somehow like a quartz.
Yeah, it's like
Very
real
clear quartz
thin, real
wall.
clear quartz wall,
Okay.
separating the dining room from the still.
So I haven't actually moved to let anybody in yet. I'm just kind of like.
Yeah.
Off to one side, like there's a couple of of doorways that lead off onto an open air sort of seating area. It's outside, but it's cordoned off from the rest of the street. It's got a nice open pergola over the top of it that you can draw a shade over when you need to. That was not there the last time you were here. And
That used to be where the outhouse was.
and you can hear voices out there having a really good time. Sounds like maybe sailors off of the cargo ship are holding court over there, but they're having a good old
Just
time.
enjoying a morning trout with potatoes and like a mimosa.
I bet
In the
there's somebody
morning.
playing music too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I ate here at Key West.
I was like, Elwick is now the #1 vacation spot.
Behind the bar, there are a couple of familiar faces, distant cousins from that you vaguely remember from when you were there
Okay.
last, and coming out of the back hallway, where is sort of where the office for this place was, is your brother. And he's like, he's putting on his most professional welcome to Elwick, welcome to Hadari's place, and he looks up and he sees you and he just stops.
So we're just this frozen tableau of like,
So are you going to go in, or...
Hadari, you cleaned.
Yeah.
I already have one.
Clean. Well, you can have one.
You clean.
You can have as many as you want. We just can only do it once per joke.
I just let everyone in. Just like
How fancy.
I bet this place has avocados.
sorry,
On toast.
On toast.
Yes.
you cleaned.
Well, it's always nice to not have dirt falling into the food when we're making it.
I forgot that you could have taverns and inns be this clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
It's hard, let me tell you, because people keep tracking dirt in on. He's looking at your boots,
I'm
Del.
wiping my feet already. I'm like, clean your feet, clean your feet.
Yeah, sorry.
I haven't taken a shower in like.
What?
So-
I know that we walk in, we're dirty, we still have dried blood on some of our gear.
So he's like, well, come on in. Do mom and dad know you're here?
Oh, mom and dad.
Oh.
His parents.
Did you
I wonder if this was a
tell them you're coming?
I wonder if this is a broken relationship.
No,
Wondered if she
no,
was
we just got in. Everyone, this is Hidari, my brother.
Oh, so the name
Oh.
outside.
Yeah, huh? Yep.
The name that you never heard of. Is...
Yep, that would be her brother. Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
Welcome,
to
come on
meet
in.
you.
It's a little early for lunch. You guys need breakfast?
I'm always
What kind of
hungry.
drinks you making?
We're just doing a rum run right now.
I'll take one.
I'll get you some of the rum that's been aged. You don't want that just yet.
That's new.
But so a rum, awesome, good deal.
You
I
have
can-
a thing called mixed drinks.
boat drinks.
Boat drinks.
Boat drinks.
I'm not familiar with those.
Do you have
no.
a fishbowl
Oh.
filled with shining little ice cubes with straws? No, forget that. I don't
What's
say
ice?
That. I don't say that.
Overrated.
I have to
can-
admit, after everything you have told us about Elwick, I was not expecting this.
This
Yeah.
is delightful.
Oh, you've been telling them about Elwick, have you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
All sorts of interesting things.
Mhm.
I'll bet. Come on in.
I was hoping to see a festival out here.
You're about a week early, but yeah, we'll Silver Scales are coming up.
Al, Kevin, you
Come
need
on
to
in,
get here.
Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. We'll see if we can't take care of you guys, and don't worry, don't worry about paying for it because you're family.
Wow.
When
thank
did
you.
Oh, wow, we should came in
I know
sooner.
you might not understand this, but what does that mean? Because I don't know what that means.
It means.
They'll try to kill you after dinner.
Stuff.
When
That's
did-
nice.
When
on
did
Del.
this become your establishment?
Oh, I had I went out fishing with Pop about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was a really, really terrible season. And he hung his nets up and gave the boat to me. And the next year, I hit the mother lode. Fish everywhere, crabs, lobsters, you name it. I hit it. And decided I didn't want to be out there anymore, so I bought this place.
Of course.
Hey, do what you love.
Not a sailor, I don't know.
Just
So,
never.
so father's retired?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's in
You
here?
okay with that?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't know about it. That's fine.
Well, if you'd ever come home once in a while.
Well,
I say, we should have come in sooner.
I
Well,
have
yeah.
Been out trying to
Clearly.
discover the origins of my magic.
When she says that, what is it?
Yes, to say what
He rolls his eyes and
Okay.
sighs. He's just like, yeah, hon, you're magic, right?
Oh, wait. What does that mean?
Oh, don't tell me she's got you guys convinced that she can do magic too, right?
I've seen her drawings come out. Live.
Hang on, I have a very important question. It may determine the rest of our opinions of each other for the rest of our stay here.
What does magic mean to
Is
you?
that because you don't think she has magic, or because magic's
Of course
not
she
real?
doesn't. No, magic is real for sure.
Just she doesn't have.
Right.
Okay. I mean,
I
you're
thought you were gonna ask if
politely,
gods exist.
you're incorrect, but okay.
Yes, she does. in
Absolutely
fact,
has magic.
have magic.
100%.
Dels,
You're shitting me.
Nope.
See?
show him some of your drawings.
Maybe not in the very nice, clean place.
Take out the wrong drawing.
Fireball.
She doesn't have that one yet.
I know
She could!
She could.
I'm more thinking about the pornography.
I know.
I was like,
I
not,
wanna
maybe not in
say-
this nice establishment.
I want to say that I do nervously take out the wrong drawing. Like wait, no. I don't know, like fairy lights, I guess. Just like my immaculately drawn fairy light thing.
Oh, you just take out the... Do you cast the spell? Or do you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Okay, I was like, you just show him the picture and we're like, no, like, do the thing.
I do it. I activate it.
All right, so you pull it out and
Yeah.
sort of wad it up and throw it out and cast fairy lights.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh shit, sis!"
How many people are in this room?
In this room, it is the 6 of you, him, and the 2 behind the bar.
Did the,
There are voices from
Yeah.
outside, but they are not in sight. They
do
are
the 2 behind the bar, how do they respond to magic?
they're not paying attention.
Okay.
Now, how does
If they
he
look
respond to
over
magic?
that
As in, like, scared or like?
His response is not to the magic
It's
itself.
to the fact that
It's to the fact
Okay.
that Dells cast it.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
So she couldn't do that when she was here. I'm asking.
Hmm.
Can you do that?
No,
Huh.
Can anybody in your family?
no.
Can anyone in this
Look out my
Elwick?
journal. Magic, probably not.
Oh, I mean, there's magic in El. I mean, there are magic users here. Yes, certainly. We're not the Empire.
Yeah, no, of course not. I pull my hair back and just like tuck it into my
Funny
shirt.
you should say that.
Yeah, we're not the Empire. We let people use magic all the time.
But no one in your family uses it?
No, that's why I left, to find out where it was coming from.
It could skip generations.
Interesting.
Huh.
What if her parents don't? Well, skip.
Maybe she was adopted.
Yeah.
That-
Are you looking at me like?
Well, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna ask that question right now in front of.
That would be awkward.
Does she look like her brother?
The
He might favor more the elven.
yeah, he favors more the elven side.
the
Dells
human.
more favors the human side.
Yeah.
We would have to see the parents to fully
What?
understand.
That's what Urchin asked.
I'm still hung up on that.
Oh, there's no such thing as DNA test.
Is Mother still doing the hobby that she has that I never defined?
I guess Keith is going to come up with on the spot.
Native fishnet?
You should go back to that conversation that we had because you did very much define it.
Wrap sauce.
What's really funny is that you redefined what it means just this very session.
Hold on then.
Hold, please.
Oh please, that means gonna go
I
all
also
the way back.
know in my head canon,
Ah yes.
like weird fishy condiments is now how Elwick swears.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. That's
tartar
right.
sauce.
Yes.
What did she say? Crab
So
sauce?
you had
That's
her.
right. I do know. I do
heard
know.
crab sauce.
I heard
Well,
Oh.
yes,
Mm-hmm,
she is still repairing
Still
nets.
Repairing nets. Yes. Okay.
Is that a euphemism for something?
No, it's not for me. I mean, she's actually repairing nets.
She's the best. She has the nimblest hands in the village. So she's.
Why do I feel like I'm missing something?
Okay.
So I'm gonna step back and remind you guys around the table that Steph, just this very session, says that was a punishment.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
And we'll jump back into it now.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
So does that mean she's the
Let's
head of
have these conversations after we've been settled in by our very gracious host.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, let's eat some food.
What do you like?
Yes.
Easy. I like it. Our specialty, our breakfast specialty is actually sea turtle omelets with halibut bacon.
I'll take one of those.
You must.
Is this a reference to something? Or?
No, just sea turtle
I
omelets.
love sea turtles. What are you
I-
You
doing?
gonna whip out baby
You don't like
soup or
bacon?
Did you say halibut bacon as in the fish?
Yes.
That
Okay, I'm
makes
gonna
more
have to
sense
try this.
Yeah, I'll try one.
Whoa! What? Oh,
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 thank
wow.
you. Thank you.
is that a raid thing?
No, it's
yes.
not.
It's
Yes,
not-
it is.
Is it a raid?
Oh,
Wait
it's
for
a
it.
raid.
Oh, I bet it
Wait
is.
for it.
We've got
Raid?
Distal's place coming in on a raid. It's a fake raid. Oh, it's a fake raid.
It's
Ah.
a raid. It's a mini raid.
Ah.
It's raid adjacent.
Yeah, it's
Just in
fine.
time for the sea turtle omelets.
Yeah, sea turtle.
I,
Fake.
Oh no! Above the time.
Ah.
we love you guys.
Thank you guys.
Oh.
Raid.
Hope you guys had fun tonight with your
Yes.
game. We'll
Yes.
we're gonna continue ours. Y'all sit back and relax and have fun with the shenanigans.
So, what do you got against bacon?
Well, okay, so first off, that was above table. Like that was player.
Yeah,
Danny
that was
responding
Danny
to
being
me.
upset at the idea of dead
Like,
sea
how
turtles.
dare you give me sea turtle soup?
It's not sea turtle soup. It's sea
Sea
turtle
turtle
omelets.
Omelets,
That's-
I don't
that's
care.
worse,
I don't
actually.
care.
Well, in
Oh,
omelets, as in like sea turtle egg.
Yep.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
Okay,
They didn't
that's
even
no
get a
problem.
shot at actual life.
I don't see a problem, but we don't give baby chickens a shot at life.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
baby chickens are not nearly as well. Baby chickens are regular chickens are not nearly as adorable as sea turtles.
Oh,
And you
I
don't
bet
know, they could be like cultivating a
that's fighting
population.
words. Oh,
Maybe he is invasive.
excuse me. I just got very upset about the sea turtle. But that was not CB. CB is just like, sure, whatever the special is.
All right. So 2 specials.
Do you have anything that's not seafood related?
Saltwater.
I
Fruit
mean,
salad.
You
Yeah.
can eat the trail rations we
do you have any
have.
bread?
You don't like seafood?
Sounds
hard to
like
get wheat here.
I guess I'm going on a diet.
Not a
Really?
seafood fan?
No.
It's hard to get.
Is
Or
there
is
some?
it just hard to grow?
Are you
wheat here?
getting?
Yeah, it's
bad
hard to grow wheat
flashbacks
here.
from
I mean, we can have it
the
shipped
past
in, but
that you
that's
can
real
really
expensive, and
No.
you know.
Just don't like it.
I just don't like it.
Well, surely we'd have like I don't know potatoes
If
or
you drink
something.
enough, it all tastes good.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I tell you what, you haven't been around since I've tried this. I've been experimenting with turning potatoes into flour, and then putting them into a dough mix, and cooking them in hot oil. It's delicious.
Ah,
Sounds dumb.
Did you put like jelly and
Sounds
stuff inside?
dumb.
Haven't tried that yet. I'll have to remember that. Thanks. That's a great idea.
if you ever get a chance, look at the picture of what an old donut filler looks like. It is
Yeah.
like
Mhm. Yep.
a torture device.
Yeah, I think everyone but Tommy here will take the special.
Okay.
Sure.
That sounds great, and I'm very
All right,
interested.
so
in having
5
got bacon
specials.
out of fish.
Do you want some of our potato rings?
Sure.
Yeah.
And 2 orders of potato rings. Coming right up. All right.
Are
And-
you okay?
I'll be back. I want to catch up. I want to know everywhere you've been, everything you've seen, everything you've done.
Oh, that's
So-
okay.
so-
Why didn't you tell us
Just
about your
skip the
brother?
last
The minute he
2
goes,
months, please.
I'm like, we should just go. We should just.
well,
we
no,
don't
hold
need
on.
this.
Why?
We don't need
We
free
don't-
food, lodging, and information.
Not from him.
Why?
Because it sucks.
Does he?
He's gonna look around the room.
It seems
I
like
think you and I have 2 very different definitions of that word.
He seems pretty alright. Like, did you guys have a fight?
No, he just sucks.
Why? Just
Oh, now you all want to know about.
yes.
Well, then-
You've
Yeah,
just given us
because in
weird fishing
everything you
antidotes.
told us, this was not a part of it. This successful business that is the cleanest inn I've been in years was not a part of it.
I said that.
From the end of the table, from the end of the table, bit sort of pipes up. He's too perfect, isn't he?
Maybe.
Jealousy.
I get that.
Cleans lanterns. Who does that?
I go deeper into
It's a nice
whatever I'm
touch.
drinking.
Ah,
It says welcome.
and that I care about my business and want it to succeed.
Well,
So the girl from behind the bar comes up to you, sets down a mug of rum.
Ooh, can I?
No. We are here on business.
it's probably
Also, do
disgusting
you want to be
anyway.
drunk and miss any of what is about to go on with this?
It's probably
maybe you really
disgusting.
want to.
It's probably disgusting.
Sure.
It's not disgusting.
I don't think it is.
It is actually some of the best you've had.
How do you say that?
Can I see like a little tiny glass? Just a
Oh, probably.
tiny glass.
This is all going too well. He let us have
And
everything.
she goes over to the bar, grabs one, comes back, sets it
Captain
down,
Meredith.
sets it down. It's Captain Jen's.
Captain Jets.
I pour just a little mouthful and I'll give it to you.
That's fine.
It is some of the best rum you've ever had.
Have you had rum before?
Oh.
Is that her icky face?
I don't know that you.
Oh,
That's the worst face I've ever seen.
No.
We need you coherent.
If you're just gonna be a drunken mess while we're here, I am sending you back.
Tomorrow.
fine. Okay.
Or we'll send you to the face fighter
All night
realm.
was just sleep it off.
What?
Just forget that. That was Brayden.
Are we
Not-
threatening people with that now? Oh.
We did threaten somebody with it. We were gonna send the Hulk or the corpse collector. That's what we were gonna do with it.
That's right. Oh, goodness.
Time is breaking around us.
Yeah, I can. Actually, I can't actually understand the whole sibling weird pressure thing,
No,
but you're awesome. So.
Okay, yeah, so while he's not here, I have a couple questions. The first one being, do you share the same parents?
Yes.
And
As
were
far
your
as she
grandparents magic?
I don't know. They're dead, I think.
They're dead, I think. Okay.
I think it's Stephanie. I believe they're dead. Or I do not know them.
He's like, sure.
Sure, whatever.
It's your story.
At this
Is-
point,
It's your
Also-
story. I'm not
Yeah.
stepping in the middle of
Your
this.
mother repairs nets
Yes.
as a hobby.
Yes. She's the best.
But not as a punishment?
No.
So she's not the head of a giant crime syndicate that's actually being punished for her crimes by having to take on this hobby.
No, this is in the same vein as people who, like, clean the streets because it's their profession, and then there's also the criminals who are made to clean up the streets. Both are the same.
You
Both could be
make
true.
criminals clean up streets?
No. So
I mean, yes, Costas does do that
those
occasionally.
who do wrong they have to do something productive. So they are made to.
Okay,
Fix
so your
nets.
mother is not,
She's not a criminal. She merely.
and
is
that
the
wasn't a
best.
euphemism for something.
No, she fixes nets.
Then why did he make it sound like it was a euphemism?
I don't know. I said he sucks. She repairs nets because her fingers are so delicate, and nets are difficult to repair.
I feel like there's like a small part of a picture that you're not drawing for us.
We've got the very outside edges, and the middle is completely missing.
It's like she repairs nets, but she also murders people. As
No.
a main source of
Is
income.
She repairs
this why you
nets.
think that people
Using
in
human
this town
skin.
just
There you go.
pitch
Yes.
bodies overboard when they die?
That is the burial custom. Bodies are thrown into the water to feed the fish, and
They
then
are
we eat the
thrown
fish.
into the water? They're not, like, gently and lovingly lowered into the water as a sign of respect?
Well, no, because you have to.
You have to tie them down with rocks so they'll go to the bottom.
I'm starting to
Well,
connect
yes,
some
they,
dots.
they have to sink because then the fish will eat them.
So, and the circle of life continues.
Yes, and then we eat the fish.
The crabs.
This is baby stuff, you guys. This is baby
Baby stuff.
knowledge.
Baby
Well, then
knowledge,
how about we
huh?
skip to the adult stuff and just tell us the truth?
Watch your wording on that.
Yeah, I don't want any. I don't want any adult stuff from her.
We've already seen her pictures.
I was gonna say, she'll hand you a pamphlet.
What,
Oh my
what
God.
pictures are those?
Just ones that she draws occasionally. Hello.
Hi.
Hadar, you
So you're it's
Oh,
Hadar. So you're keeping up with your art then, huh?
Yeah,
Can I
it's
see?
like-
Yes,
It's a side job.
Hadar. What do we do with dead people here in Elwick?
We bury them.
No.
In the
In the
water?
water?
You,
I mean, if they die on a fishing boat, I guess, because you don't
we
want
throw
the
them over the edge.
right.
So
If
that
they're
the
if
fish will eat them.
I mean, yeah, if they die on a fishing boat, because you don't want a rotting corpse
Why do
with
I
you
feel
on the
like
boat
this
coming
is
back.
another Mal situation?
Another mouse.
I mean, you're not totally wrong, I guess.
Hang on. So to be clear, if someone
Oh.
dies on land, you bury them
Yes.
in a hole dug in the ground, and you lovingly, respectfully place them and cover them
Of
up.
course we do.
bury our pets.
Yes.
We throw bodies into the water.
Oh, right. I forgot we told you that.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, things are beginning to make more sense now.
Uh-oh.
Things are
Oh,
beginning
Odell's.
to make
You
more sense.
didn't really believe that one, did you? I mean, you must have been what? You must have been what, like 5 or 6 when I told you that?
All right. I have a list of things I have to ask you to get yes or no answers on now.
About
Get the list,
87.
get the list.
Yeah, get the list.
What?
So
Bury our pets.
So all that time, all those times that we went to funerals in the graveyard and we're burying people that we knew,
They're pets.
burying the people that we knew, you thought we were burying just their pets.
You guys said.
We did.
Did nobody's pets live when they died? Do you murder the pets when their owner dies?
I thought it was a funny joke, and I thought it was fairly obvious that it was a joke, but
Wait, what was the...
I'm sorry,
How
sis.
old were you when you made this joke?
She was 5 or 6. I must have been 8 or 10.
Wait,
How long has she been gone from the village?
Only like 3 years.
Like 3 or 4 years.
wait, so when you guys go places, you don't use perch
Perch.
as instead of horses?
Yeah, there's not like fish-drawn carriages somehow.
Oh,
I'll
please
take
let
that.
that one be
There's
true.
barely room for horse-drawn carriages in this town.
That was another one that she's been telling us.
Odell's, and he's gonna push back from the table and come around and like wrap his arms around you. I'm so sorry,
Oh, no.
sis.
Oh, no.
I'm
I am
so
On
sorry.
fighting
the
this.
upside, I feel a lot more
That
comfortable in this
touches.
town. On the downside, we know nothing about how this town is.
Nope. Not a
Wait.
single thing.
Would it make you feel better if I punched him for you?
Actually, what? Yes.
No, this is like he's our host.
He gives you his shoulder. I deserve it.
She will break your arm. Your shoulder will explode and kill you with the shrapnel.
Gently.
Wait.
Gently.
And it's
Ow.
You said
like a good point of damage.
You said that that's why the fish song did not bring anybody back to life because it was the pets that were buried.
The fish song?
Oh,
cry.
Oh, sweetie, I made up the fish song. I made it up.
Can you sing the fish?
How have you
I have forgotten the fish song.
3 years? hang on.
I'll punch him harder and drive it.
And
if
you
want.
never decided to tell her as an adult. You never noticed that as an adult, she did not understand.
I kind of had my own things going,
But no, wait.
but
That widow Quigley, she said that was true because otherwise she would have brought back her cat.
I may have spread the story around because I thought it was funny as heck that you believed it.
Tom was in on it.
So 90% of what you know about
I
this
think
town
I
came
now
from
understand
your
when you
brother.
say he sucks. But
Yeah?
not for the reasons I thought.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
we're
weird.
gonna unpack your family drama and issues later.
I mean, like I say, I was kind of doing my own thing.
Is your town a matriarchy?
Yes.
Okay.
The first truth.
But it is in no way related to the Empire.
No.
Second
Okay.
truth.
And magic is legally used here.
Absolutely.
Third truth.
Do you know whose cargo ship that is, Doc?
Oh, what was her name?
Oh, are the potato rings here?
Hmm?
Are the potato
Absolutely.
rings here?
Not yet. They're
Oh.
they're coming. It takes them a
But I'm
minute.
just like grumpily like.
It's a merchant ship. I forget the name of. Oh, I forget the name of the ship. But I mean, you could just go out and look at it. But the captain's name was Jen, I think.
Do you know if they're in town?
Yeah, they're right out there.
Right out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I will pour a little bit in the glass and hand it to
And for my knowledge,
shut them.
am I aware of any Captain Jin on any of the I am?
Well, not on the Imperial ships. No,
I
but
am aware of a Captain Jen.
That's
We've
not
met
on
her
Imperial
before.
ships?
That's
you've met her before.
Yeah.
Cabbage has met her before.
Yep. She was in the free.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Her-
trying to remember. if
She
I
was
could
like
remember.
way upriver.
Yeah, but we've been
We've been gone a bit.
we've been gone a bit. Well, we haven't talked to
Is
her
she
in
the one
like
that
2
Cabbage fell
months.
in love with? Okay.
Well, while you guys go get caught up,
I'll join you.
we're gonna go have a little chat.
You need
just
you need
console
someone else
you.
to go with you?
No, I think we'll be okay. They should
Very
be friends.
So about this time, the servers are coming out from the kitchen with omelets and halibut bacon. He sets in front of you a plate with spud nuts. You get spud nuts. Puts another one next to you as well.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm like,
My appetite.
So who's going where, doing what?
I'm gonna go talk to the
Captain.
visitors in town.
And I
Okay.
shall as well.
So
All right.
if you're not gonna eat that, I'll take
Yep.
it.
So you step outside, and it's sort of a ragtag bunch of sailors on shore leave. There's like all kinds of empty mugs on the
Of course.
table in front of them.
It's still morning too, isn't it?
It is
Yep.
morning,
They
absolutely.
probably haven't been to bed.
Nope, have not been to bed at all.
night long.
Yeah.
And sort of leaned back at the head of the table, is a fairly familiar figure.
Well, I'll be damned.
I know that voice. Killian, what are you doing here? Come in.
Well,
They did steal it.
They did steal it, yeah.
Steal what?
We'll drag a chair over and sit down. So, how did you find yourself in this wonderful little place?
Well, wouldn't you know it? We're acquiring goods out at sea and needed to make port.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have these goods?
a fair number of them.
Do you have a large box that's very heavy?
I do.
Do you have plans
She-
for this
she-
large box?
She probably doesn't recognize it.
Yeah.
No, like, he okay?
Yeah.
I didn't. Why are you so interested in it?
Let me guess. There was a very well-guarded Imperial ship, and there were people who were willing to die before they'd let you take that box off their ship. In fact, it was probably the only thing on the ship.
Wasn't the only thing. We strategically liberated a few other items off of it, but it seemed
And I
to
bet
be...
it was some pretty impressive-looking folks who were protecting it.
Yeah? How do you know that?
Because that box is why we're here.
Oh, really?
Huh? Have you opened the box?
This is not a discussion to be having in front of my crew. Let's, there's an old shack about a mile or two up the
I'm familiar with it, yes.
It's a really small shack. You guys should be standing like
Meet
face
me
to
there at
face.
sundown. Just you
We plan on getting fresh.
and him if he's okay.
How long ago did you liberate this cargo?
It's been a couple weeks.
How far away from here was it?
About 20 miles down the coast. Way out to sea.
How confident are you that the Empire isn't aware of its missing cargo?
Well, we were out of sight of land. The only way they could have known about it is if the ship that I left sinking had one survivor, and we don't leave survivors.
Right on that.
You can scry it, can't you?
The ship?
No. The thing in the box.
No, I couldn't scry on it.
Okay. All right.
We'll have that conversation in the
Yeah.
head.
All right. Sundown it is. I might bring some other familiar faces. Not Cabbage.
Oh.
She's not with us currently.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Not like that.
Oh, good.
Currently.
Good.
She's doing a different kind of pillaging. Land pillaging. I shut up
It's
now.
different.
Ignore me.
You're the most charismatic one at
I
the
know.
party.
I'm
That means
She's
nothing.
doing a different kind of pillaging. on
not sure if I
land.
should be worried about that or not.
That's up for you to decide.
Just tell me she hasn't found anyone else.
No.
Not since the last time we saw her.
Unless she's pillaging.
I mean, I sometimes use euphemisms too. So.
I wish I knew how to use this.
Seems like I've got some rousing I need to do here. I will meet you at sundown.
Have there been any other ships that have come into dock that aren't locals?
Not here, no.
Okay. Keep an eye out.
Will do.
And as Killian gets up, he'll put 5 gold pieces on the table, say, next round's on me.
Several rounds. That is going to be the most dangerous shack this side of the
So
world.
with one hand, she sort of pulls out her cutlass and plants it in the planks of the table. All of her crew sort of startle up and look. Both of you make me a perception check real quick.
Gee, I don't like when he said that. 13?
13?
23.
So your eye goes to the cutlass. Your eye, as the cutlass is coming down, as all of the other eyes, including Milo's, goes to the cutlass, you see her other hand scoop the coins up into her pouch.
So much for that next round.
Rise and shine, me hearties! Back to the ship.
Doesn't mean that has to be here.
We've got cargo to shift.
But boss, I have a hangover.
I don't care. Back aboard, you lubbers. And with a tip of her hat, she sort of gestures them back towards the ship. The rest of you, you sort of hear this thunk and this shouting from outside, and a couple of minutes, and not even a minute later, there's this like string of drunken sailors that comes sort of staggering through and out the front door, down the pier towards the ship.
Everything okay, Killian?
Does the captain come by too?
Mm-hmm. The captain comes by, and
I was going to say, who all had met the captain in person? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
No,
I don't think you were.
Yeah, I don't think you
I don't-
three did.
I don't-
So it was just okay.
Yeah.
So the last in the line, you would recognize as Captain Jin.
Hey. Sup?
Hey, hey, see me.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty busy.
Gabby's gonna be so pissed if she's not here.
I'm pissed she's not here.
I'll let her know.
Everyone watching us.
It's like weapons drawn.
After she pulls her cutlass out and they walk away, I'm going to use mending to fix the table, and then I'll come back into our table.
You good?
Oh, we're great.
Yeah.
I have cast Detect Thoughts
On who?
on my brother.
Okay.
I'm kind of
So his
yeah.
surface thoughts are all about you.
Things he has said.
Things that he has said that he is now sort of realizing he should probably regret.
But he
Having said-
should regret.
Good.
That's to say, not that he does.
Not that he does, but he should regret because you were clearly so gullible that you still believe some of the things that were obviously not true. But he's also really happy to see you, and he's thinking that your parents are going to be really happy to see you too. And he is interested in where you've been and what you've been doing.
How did he respond when Simi essentially jumped up at the table and drew her weapons?
He kind of backs away and is like, "No, they're fine. Go ahead and put those away. They're fine. They've been here all night. It's okay."
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Just like there were suspicious sounds. It was weird.
They were just getting loud. I mean, that's what sailors do.
I hear metal stabbing things, and it makes me a little.
It's all right. It's a very slow, peaceful place here.
And you're worried about
I
me.
need to go check on that table. Give me a second.
It's fine.
I didn't actually
I fixed it.
attack.
You're good.
Oh,
anybody.
thank you.
Still might want to clean it, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll take care of that. That's not a problem. So, I'm sorry. I haven't gotten names. I'm
Hadari.
So I'm Hadari, and Dels is my sister, my younger sister, obviously. And you are?
Rysla.
Yeah.
I am Castian de Amasca de Nellis at your service. You may call me Castian.
I probably will.
Bean.
Connor.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. I hope you enjoyed your stay here in our little quaint village.
I
And
think it'll be very profitable.
not a lot of people say that about Elwick, but good luck to you. I hope it turns out well. And who is this, by the by?
Sarah.
Sarah.
Yes, I'm totally Sarah.
She's my niece.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here, Sarah, as well. And it's so nice that you travel with your family to see the world.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I was about to say that I picked a rip from a brothel, but then I remembered we had bit. I was like, oh wait. Well, I can't think of anything.
I tell you what, you guys enjoy your breakfast. I do have a few things I need to tend to before the lunch rush. I'll see you, I guess, after lunch, and we can catch up and talk, and we can go see Mom and Dad.
Do you have any open rooms here in your inn?
Oh, this is not an inn. It's just a
this
restaurant
is just
tavern.
the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not an inn in Elwick.
Of course not.
But I'm sure Mom and Dad will put you guys up, right?
Do they have
If you're gonna, I
I
mean,
enjoy sleeping on the beach.
weather's usually pretty nice. It's been pretty pleasant the last couple of weeks. Probably.
Figure it out.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
Okay.
All right. So I'll see you guys after lunch. We'll get caught up and go see the folks.
Sounds good.
Enjoy.
When he leaves, I'm like, man, he sucks.
And he gets up and sort of heads back towards the back of the restaurant.
Yeah, he does kind of suck.
Yeah.
As someone who has had worse brothers, he is perfectly fine.
I mean, to be fair, the bar you are measuring against is homicidal.
Look, we're not saying your family's not terrible.
No, they are a very different kind of
But
terrible.
ignoring for her entire life that she believed the lies he had told her.
Oh,
that sucks.
That sucks. Yeah.
That's a real shitty thing to do.
It's true. You deserved better than that.
I bet that, hold on, finding a lie.
Finding a
Finding a
lie.
I bet that trading snacks is not even an apology.
I don't know about that one. That could be true, but
Honestly,
Of all of them, that one was the one.
at least trading snacks
At
like
least
that.
makes sense.
Yeah, that one makes sense.
and that doesn't hurt your understanding of the world.
That's probably not. Yeah.
That's one of the less harmful things I imagine that he would have told you.
I bet we
So,
do have a mayor.
update. Seems like our dirt captain might have procured what we're looking for.
Yep.
What was that?
How did... So does he have somebody that you're in contact with that can give you the information that it was here?
We believe she has it.
Right, but you said that you have somebody that told you it was here.
Yeah,
right?
the shard itself
the big glowing stone in the box.
It's kind of
is my patron.
Yeah.
He talks to rocks in a box.
Yeah.
And apparently the captain who have acquired said merchandise we've worked with before. So
Now
New to me.
there might be a price to pay, and
Yep.
I'm not sure we could afford it.
I'm also
but-
a little worried. They say that they acquired it a couple weeks ago off of an Imperial ship.
This seems like a thing they will be actively hunting very
And I would be
Well-
kind of surprised if they didn't have some way of locating it.
Yeah, if they can't locate the rock, they could at least locate the box.
And if they took other things from the ship, then
Personal
Yeah.
effects and whatnot.
So I'm thinking, as much as I'm sure you enjoy being home, we maybe don't want to linger here with it too long, because I expect the Empire to come knocking
Yeah, no, we
sooner
can
rather
go.
than later.
We can go.
She's going to meet us at the shack.
Yeah, apparently
At midnight.
the shack is a known quantity, so tonight at sundown.
Is that for all of us?
At least you guys are on the outskirts, I think.
Yeah,
in
I don't know that we'll all go face to face, but everybody at least can help
Why don't
secure the area.
we just all go in the shack, grab the rock, and zip through the door, and then just leave her there?
We can't leave through the door.
It's 24 hours.
She is our friend, so I don't want to just rip her off. The rock is not currently there.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, we don't
And
want to
the
get
last time,
And
the
I don't
last,
know what we're going to do with it once we have it.
If you do
I'll
her
have to
wrong,
figure
Cabbage
that
will
out.
never forgive you.
Also,
Don't do her.
the last time we talked to her, it went very well. However, the last time, we don't want to mess with her boss, because the last time we did, we fought each other to the death in a dream.
Also, maybe she has some answers for
I don't think she does.
No, I think we might have.
No,
asked.
she did recognize him.
She
Yeah,
did
but she
recognize
already
him.
she
Oh, yeah.
told us all she knew.
Yeah, so
I
don't
forgot,
know.
yeah, so you have met her.
I don't remember her.
No, before. Like, out of game, your character met her, and she was like, Tommy, I recognize you.
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
It's,
it
yeah, it's
was-
okay.
that was way
And I didn't
early.
expect her to ever show up again, so...
Okay.
Because if the eyeball wants the gem, there might be a
I mean,
cost.
the gem does sort of belong back with them, but...
Right. That's,
Anyway, we'll figure it out, but
Yeah.
this
yeah.
might be easier than it looked like it was gonna be, which, seems too easy and
Yeah.
smells like a trap, but...
Yeah.
Let's put the dungeon in the shack.
Unfortunately, we would have to go back to the shack and get the box.
But anyway, so just keep your eyes out. I would not be surprised if Imperials or sneaky assassins or mercenaries or something show up here
Yeah.
right on its trail.
Well, we all should be. We all
Is
have
this
the necklace,
Fishing
so we're all
village on
hidden.
any major map.
Not any of the maps I have.
Yeah, there's like a giant map in the war room of the Empire.
Would it have Elwick on it?
No, I mean it has mapped the coast, which I assume this is north of here.
Mhm.
But there's not like pinpoints of
Yeah.
small
Yeah.
locations.
But they, the dear captain said that they acquired it, she said, what, 20 miles down
20
the
miles
coast?
south
Yeah.
and way off in the sea.
Well, I don't know
So-
where we are currently.
I don't know how
But-
far, like, this might be the closest.
Well, I know. I mean, like, I don't know how far north we are.
Well, that's
don't
why I
know
asked
how
if
to
it's like
way
on
to
any
compare.
major
Yeah, it's not on any
distances.
major map,
So-
but anybody who's sailed this direction probably knows that it's here.
Yeah.
So, if we're lucky, we'll get this thing out of harm's way before anything goes down, but keep an eye out, because I would expect...
Well, I'm just
Does the
thinking
Empire
if
have cannons?
if it went missing near this town, they might burn it.
Cannons?
I was
They have-
I was
Down looking
scared of
for it.
cannon fire on a small
Yeah,
shack.
I'm gonna-
No, they've
we're gonna have
got.
to try and come up
So
with
they would
something,
have
yeah,
like
but-
ballista
Okay.
and
Catapult.
like ship-mounted, basically catapults,
That
trebuchets.
For the big fish.
I would hope so, but I don't think he'll ever let it.
I don't
Supposedly,
think
guy
you're
might
gonna
say
catch.
I know,
fish
but I don't
with a
think it's ever gonna let me
catapult.
get my hands on dynamite.
What?
Of course not. You may
Please
have
tell
heard
me
of
that
it.
was
You'll
not
never
one of
find
the
it.
things your brother said, that you hunt
This
fish
now.
with a catapult.
This now.
I mean, honestly, if you can cuss a few of them, it might float them to the surface. But
Also,
I guess that could be true.
in your defense, Dills, I feel like I owe you an apology.
Okay.
This is rare.
It makes much more sense now, everything you said about Elwick, and I do not think that you were lying.
Thank you. I would have rather been lying.
Oh, oh, that one hurts.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't
Ow.
sit here.
Lance, just out of curiosity, how long does it take to make a badger? Mechanical badger?
Is that
Longer than
right?
we
Badger
have.
on my brother.
the badger was my birthday present, you punk.
Also,
No,
she's an ally with us
No,
currently.
no. It's not for. It's
We,
not for.
we put the badger back in the box. We let the Empire find the box.
It's like, how long would it take to
That's
locate or
yeah,
eat
but I don't
badgers?
like that idea, because at the end it's gonna be us versus the badger working its way through the Empire hordes of army, and we're gonna have to fight it when both parties get to the Empress.
Would the badgers fight each other?
Would the badgers fight each other? I don't know. If it finds another metal badger, I'm sure it will tear through another badger.
Give it a kill code.
Give it
I'm
a
just,
yes. Next time, install a kill code.
I'm just brainstorming for the future. Don't worry about
Badger.
it.
I don't mind the idea of
66.
weaponizing that thing against the Empress or something, but we're gonna have to think about it a little
The
bit.
problem is how to make sure it doesn't become a weapon
Exactly.
against nature.
Yes, against everything. We have to figure out how to.
I'm just saying, you make 100 of them, let them loose in the Empire. And
Then I have 100 of them
Dude,
that I
think
have to
you are
deal
worse
with
than the
later.
Empire.
I
You got
believe-
some really bad thoughts, man.
Yeah, I believe.
You remember that
are
we
a
still have to
problem.
live here after we're done with the Empire, right? Like we still have to live in the same place it was.
If that happens, you're gonna have a ton of just
Well, you
female
make them
badgers with broken
deactivate after, like,
pelvises
a month.
all across the entirety of the Empire.
can't you like make them deactivate after a month?
I don't know. The one that I made, I thought I knew how it worked, and then it tried to eat my face when I tried to turn it off.
Like I said, I'm just brainstorming, so don't worry about it.
What's your rum in hand?
How are your
Fine.
potato?
They're really good. Have some.
How's your fried potatoes?
They're okay. You know, I'll live.
So you have a problem with seafood?
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Alright, well,
Is it
interesting.
that
You are
piece of
not
case,
from Neverwinter or anywhere along the major settlements.
Or
of
he's
the
just
Third
very
World.
unhappy that he's from those places.
Yeah.
Tommy's dragon sword comes out of the ocean.
Yeah, that's the reason why I don't like
Oh
seafood.
my gosh.
Feels somehow like.
Yeah,
cannibalism?
I feel like if a sword came out of the ocean, I would just be like, well, now fish are off the table, or else I lose the power of the sword.
Oh, Zord. Never mind.
You heard sword.
Mhm.
Well, no, I thought he heard sword.
I knew what you were meaning.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Is that what you were hearing? Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Where are we
Wait,
going?
go
where-
where? We're
no.
just
What are we
meeting
doing?
your brother after lunch.
No,
Yeah.
show us the town.
Yeah, would you show us?
I mean,
show us
if you
around?
I mean,
really
all we have to do
don't
is
wanna
step
meet
outside
your
and just
family,
look around.
We do not have to.
But I think it would be nice.
But if we just grab the egg and run, the Empire might come and burn the village down.
That's what I was thinking.
also, we might have an angry eyeball.
So we may need to sort of stay here, just like actually put in some prep work to make sure that like when they show up, the Empire doesn't just raise the whole village.
I think it's gonna raise the whole village anyway.
Not if they don't
They've
think
been
it's here
for a
anymore.
while.
Yeah, but not if they don't think it's here anymore.
But out of spite.
I don't think because whoever they send, I don't think most of them will know what it is.
No,
How
it's
much-
probably more just like a family heirloom gem in a box. Get it back.
How much do you want me to say of what you guys have been doing?
How about just that we've been traveling with you for the last year, and
that
that's...
we've been traveling, trying to unravel a mystery in ancient dwarven mystery, is what I would say.
We are the Scooby-Doo gang.
I would not mention the rebellion. I would not mention the heir to the empire. I would not mention the multiple pieces of a god.
But here's the thing. If I come back and say I've just been wandering the countryside, that's one story. If I come back and say that I've been assisting in a rebellion of the Empire,
Look,
that's a different
you can say what you want, but if you tell them about the rebellion, it makes them part of it. Whether they want it to be or not.
I mean, to be fair, they might need to be, because if the
They
Empire
were
is...
they are far too north to be needing to be
And the Empire's
involved.
left them alone so far.
That is true.
And it's not like there's a ton in the village. Like, they don't
That's
even have...
fair.
There
That's
wasn't even,
fair.
like, a gatehouse or anything on
It's
the way in.
pretty self-sustained and contained.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
so you
Empire
can tell
doesn't
them if
need
you
this
want
place.
to. I will not say that you can't. I just don't know if you should. But I leave that up to your discretion. I also don't know what your relationship is with your parents.
at least say we fought trolls.
Absolutely.
Sure.
That's fine.
I mean, again, you can tell them as much as you want. I leave that up to you to decide. I just don't, if you're going to tell them about the whole thing, just know that that might put them in danger.
I don't know, if you're just looking for interesting things to tell them too, I mean, you're kind of sort of rehabilitating a former cult member By hanging out with me, I guess.
And we fought a necromancer in her tower.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we
that-
saved a
Well,
town.
to be fair, I fought a necromancer.
Sure.
You were knocked out.
I seem to recall waking up and magicking myself off a wall and
that's
killing
right.
her or
That was when you
attempting
got
to.
kidnapped.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just thought that you were trying to take extra credit. I don't care because I don't know these people.
We did also save a town city from being destroyed.
All that.
Yeah. See, all of these have no actual connection to
And
what's going on.
I mean, you
fought
weren't
the
there
Owlbears.
for it, but we did discover
Well-
an ancient, long forgotten, sunken dwarven city.
Yeah.
Well, you guys did that.
Yeah, but if you want to tell them you were a part of it, I don't care.
You saved a town from owlbears.
You did.
Yeah, that's
You
also
saved
actually true.
several people from owlbears,
Yes.
if memory serves.
Okay then.
So there's a lot of interesting things that you get to say.
And you've created a porn network.
Oh, we are not mentioning that.
Yeah, where does the fascination with brothels come from? I assumed it was from your family.
Do you see anything here of entertainment value?
And you believe? Okay. Is this something your brother has told you, or is this a
Define
self-discovery?
Just that very first town she got to of any noteworthy size, she was just like, "What's this?
I mean,
What's this?
That
they've
that
got
house has two
drink.
stories.
I,
What do you do with that?
I assume they have cards and gambling.
Oh, we played a card game.
We played a card game where you gambled fish. Our library has 10 books, I think. Maybe?
And so you just think brothels are just amazing?
Yes.
Now,
By
I
comparison,
mean,
maybe that's fair.
You
I don't know if anyone's ever asked you, but I think I probably should ask you. Do you know what happens in a brothel?
I have drawn many a picture.
Yeah, but do you understand what's... Because, like,
You guys haven't asked me what I do in the brothel.
I'm not
You
sure I
just
want to
drew.
know. Have you used a brothel in its intended faction?
It's just a drawing class for nudes.
No.
Wait, do you still have your list of sluts?
I do.
Always.
It is at the
It's
shack.
very close
It's
to my
safe.
heart.
Inside of her jacket.
It is safely at the shack.
So what do you think brothels are for?
Artistic license.
One way to put it.
That's one way to put it.
Sure.
Or income,
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
income.
Artistic
in more than
license.
one way.
I
So
always
what do you-
just
what-
assumed that you understood that those people were usually paid to have sex.
I am waiting for the one.
I mean,
That's
congrats
fine.
on you, but like,
Or two. I don't know.
good on you, I guess.
That's not usually how.
No, I think she
The brothel
understands what's happening in the... She just
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
partake. It's
Okay,
fun
that's
for
fine.
her
Yeah,
to
that's fine.
watch, is what I got from this.
I thought
Watch
that,
and
that she
draw,
was under
yes.
the impression that like the drawing was everyone's purpose.
No, I
Okay.
have drawings of other things happening.
Yeah, no, she just likes to watch.
May I remind you
which-
of
I mean, hey,
of
to
Tommy
each their own.
and this guy on
Wait,
the
what?
tower.
Unfortunately, I have that photo.
Whoa!
Yep.
Hold
Nothing
on,
happened.
yeah, hold on, give me
Artistic
some.
license.
Nothing happened. What did he tell you?
Let me see.
I
I'll
don't
show
think he
you.
had to say
Let me
anything.
Whatever he
see.
said, it's
There you
a
go.
lie.
You can picture a tryst between Cassian and Tommy in my character sheet.
Wait,
But I don't say that to you.
nothing happened. We were gonna
No,
drown.
he said.
What did you tell him?
What do you look at me for?
We were gonna drown.
Yes, it
We
was
were
a very
holding on to
intense
each other so we
moment.
didn't drown.
It was a
We were
very intense moment.
Passionately grasping each other in this very
No,
situation.
it wasn't like that. We were trying
He
to
would not let me go.
See, you held each other because you were going to drown. That is
Yes.
what happened.
That is what happened.
That is not what we all learned about you
That's not-
from that event.
I know the picture doesn't lie.
Let me see the picture.
No, I paid good money for this.
Wait. What are we doing in the picture?
Grasping each
Grasping
other.
each other tightly.
Do we have clothes on?
No.
What happened?
The water swept it away.
Artistic music license.
That's not what happened.
But there are like water waves, like artistically
Okay, I
covering
will
bits.
correct you. Okay, it's not exactly what happened. Our clothes are wet, and we passionately took it off. And
What?
So it's basically the same thing as when you and Mizu went into the other room and we came in and all your armor was off and you were all hot and sweaty. Same thing.
I think there was lava involved, but sure.
Not that any of the rest of us saw.
Assumptions were
I
made.
can't remember what happened to that room.
It was a
I
weird
must have,
circumstance.
I must have like blacked
I
out.
don't remember. It was like
Was it a series of traps? I
yeah,
guess?
and the traps like heated the metal on, and so like we came in to see what was taking you guys so long, and like Mizu had to take off all of her armor, and then you guys had to like drag it or something so that it didn't
There
burn
was
anybody.
oil involved.
Yeah, so by the time we got there, it was you and Mizu, all of her armor off, and both of you covered in sweat and very awkward about what was happening.
Yeah.
So for the rest of us, we were like, ah.
I am jotting notes down.
You drew stuff for that. I think in our drawings, there's
Go
like
back.
your
Yep.
interpretation of how that looked.
She wasn't there for it, but I'm
Yeah.
sure
No, but
she
like
was told,
like
yeah.
Steph drew things and put it in the
Yeah.
Discord.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yep.
I had a precognizance about what my character was going to be. Already.
So what do we do until after lunch?
I don't care. You guys just tell lies.
I mean,
My inner monologue.
You know, it's really funny because we tell the truth a remarkable amount of the time.
we really do.
Except for this one detail that apparently.
Hey, all I know is what was told to me about what happened. I wasn't there. I
It's
didn't
not
see
our
it.
fault that others may lie to us, but we is tell truth.
Happy casually strips. We could go to my home. You could rest
Do you
there.
want to?
If
I need to find out if they speak Goblin here.
Why?
She says that was a common language, so I'm curious.
I think we can
I think
put
that's
that
gonna go
under
in
the
the
tab
lie
of
category.
lie category.
Because I speak fluent Goblin. So.
now I'm intrigued.
So say something in Goblin and.
Well, we know that she doesn't speak Goblin. Yeah, if we meet somebody else,
Yeah, like,
start talking in Goblin, see what they
I'm
know.
curious to see what they. Yeah.
That's the one truth.
Well, I do want to now demand answers from my parents, but there
If you
is-
would like to go visit your parents, we can. We are here till sundown at least.
Would you like us to meet your parents?
you can rest at my home.
Okay.
Well, let's go meet Papa and Mama.
Do you have any friends here that you would like to see?
No.
We are her friends.
I don't want to go to her house.
No?
I'm afraid that I'm gonna see something. I don't want to know.
I mean, you can stay here.
I am gonna stay here.
You can stay in the
Tommy's gonna
shack.
stay at the bar.
I
I'm
mean,
afraid her room is just gonna be this like.
We don't
Cold
have to
windowless
go
room.
into her
You
room.
want to come in my room? I
Whole
didn't even invite
window
you.
of this room.
Yeah.
I tell you what. We'll go if it's super bizarre, weird. You and I can just go back to the bar.
But you aren't allowed to let her drink.
Okay.
Because we need her to be useful today.
Okay.
The funny thing is, I'm really useful when I'm drunk. We just haven't actually gotten into a fight
Right?
when I've been
You know,
inebriated.
you have.
So just know, if you go back here with her and it's just the two of you, you are responsible for stopping her from drinking.
Okay.
See, the reason we don't let you drink is because the last time you drank, a god fell from ascension
Into your bed.
into your bed.
Hey, that had nothing to do with me.
We don't know.
We don't know that.
Taking notes. Title of my book. I found a god in my bed.
It was really awkward.
I mean, like an actual god, or was he just like
Yeah.
godlike?
Was.
He was.
Wow. All right.
And then he wasn't. And,
And
was
now
in my
he
bed.
is. Again?
I don't know if he's on probation or what. But he's in some functional capacity, I guess, there.
Apparently he needed Simi's help understanding what justice meant.
That's what they all say.
I don't think he learned it from that encounter.
Justice was served that day.
Oh.
Alright.
Yep. like 15 different things just went by, and I was like, we're not gonna say it. Let's continue
Anyway,
on
so
with
if
the
you want to
plot.
go to your home, we can. If you don't want to, we also don't have to.
And if it's a terrifying portal to another realm, you and I go back to the bar. And apparently I don't drink.
Correct. You've had your one shot quota for the day.
You didn't say how big it is.
She already had it.
Casted large in the shot glass.
It comes in pints.
Okay, well, lead the way then. We
I-
don't know where anything is in
I
this
do.
house.
I start heading towards
Just across
where
the
I
street.
It's just a
presume that my home still is.
Okay, so you guys leave the tavern slash
Pass a
restaurant.
cart being pulled by two perch.
But
please
it's
let
like no,
that
it's
be a
like wooden
thing.
cutouts of perch though. There's horses on the inside, on the outside is perch.
Like,
Well,
your
or
brother
just
went
that
out
both
to
the
back
horses are
and,
named
like,
Perch.
did
There you
that
go.
Very quickly.
It's like a photo op place
Yeah,
instead.
yeah.
So as you guys exit, there is a hand cart being pulled. It is full of perch, but that's about it.
Perch must have been invisible.
It's like in
It's
Harry
really
Potter.
visible.
Yep.
We've
Oh, yeah,
experienced a
the
lot.
trestles. Or trestles.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna do it. Does anybody like recognize me?
Well, so everyone that's up and about is sort of going about their own sort of tasks, their own work. You know, some of them, there are a handful of people sort of sequestered off away from everybody, mending nets under, you know, some very stern and watchful eyes. There are nets being unloaded from some of the small fishing boats that have been working the bay. There's some boats that are being unloaded that have just come in from the kelp gardens. So you're seeing seaweed come off, you're seeing fish come off, some lobster pots and crab pots that are coming in that have catch in them. Most everybody is sort of focused on their own work, and they're not really sort of paying much attention to you guys, but every so often you'll pass somebody who'll sort of do a double take and call, "Oh, hey Del, you back?" And just sort of casual sort of greetings and salutations and
No, I'm not back.
very
Yeah, like-
very friendly as they're moving on with their day. Welcome back. Good to have you.
Visiting.
They look pleasant.
Glad you're back.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just hike on up to my little house.
Also, you never cast any magic in front of your family while you were here?
It didn't work.
Oh, so you've been honing it this whole time.
I have been, yes.
Well, that's awesome.
At what point did it start working?
But why'd you leave to begin with?
It's performance anxiety at working by yourself, and then she got in front of people, and it just
Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. And I left and I practiced to find out more information on why does some work, why didn't it work, and then I sort of figured out that it was drawing. There was a certain had to throw and do a whole thing. So I
Always a
didn't.
catch.
Couldn't figure that out here because there's no one that did it. And our library has 10 books, maybe. I don't know. Could have 100.
11 now.
Could be 11.
Could be 11.
I'm upset you stole that joke from me.
Sorry.
I just
Yeah,
like,
the library has maybe 10 books. 5 of them are fishing books. 3 of them are about.
Fishing for devils.
One of them is just a catalog of all the different fish varieties.
Yeah.
It's like
and
a,
one is a very one of those like picture. What's the word? The term?
Pop-up
The
Oh, the I Spy books?
no, I was a smutty book.
Whoa.
Just one smutty book is like this makes sense.
The one book behind the beads.
The one book behind the beads.
It's like a book on the knots that you do in a net.
Right.
Net.
In a net.
The netting knots.
Anyway.
It's the naughty book.
Wow.
Oh.
Dude.
Wow. But see, you
That
guys are
would
like, do you
hurt.
have any naughty books? We're like, yes, we do. Right
Gail's the
here.
only one that checks it out.
I disappointed
Back for
every
the
time.
1400th time, I say.
Every time I hope it's different.
That's why she created her own. I mean, that makes sense.
So you do lead you do lead your friends sort of up the bluff a little ways to your house. It's sort of whitewashed on the outside, like you remember. Very, very neat. Not super large, overly large, or anything like that. It does have like clay tile roof, like a lot of the buildings in the village do, because you're collecting the rainwater that runs off in cisterns and barrels and things like that. But it's also got a sort of the open passageway between the two halves, so it's sort of a dog trot style with the clay tile over the top. One half is where the kitchen and the sort of the family room area is. The other one would have been, divvied off into sleeping areas for your parents and you and your brother. But as you approach and sort of come up the pathway to the house, your mother is out front, sort of sitting in a rocking chair, mending a net, and she looks up, drops what she's doing, jumps up and runs down the path, throws her arms around you.
No!
Oh, sweet Delceris, my little fry, welcome back. How are you?
Delceris?
How long are you staying?
Now, yeah.
Hello, mother.
Have we ever heard her actual
I
name?
think so.
I
No.
don't think you have.
Delceris.
Fry.
What am I saying? My name is
Little
Mylavarian.
Pollywog.
What am I complaining about?
But I have that in my notes as your actual full
I
name.
know. I don't ever used it. Hi, mother.
Let me look at you. Are you well? And she sort of pinches at your waist a bit. Are you keeping fed? Do I need to feed you? Have you been to the village? Have you seen the restaurant? Have you had a meal? Yes.
I've seen Hadari's.
Yeah. Hasn't he done such a fantastic job with the place?
This seems a little more familiar.
We were so very surprised when he bought it, but he's done such a wonderful job with it. It's fantastic. We tell him that it's a little much for this little place, but he should maybe open a place down the coast.
These are, yes, I saw it. Very nice. These are my friends.
Oh, hi, welcome. Hi.
They should tell you their names.
Hi, I'm Rizla.
Right.
Gail.
Nice. Oh, that's very portentous. Thank you. Do you happen to be good with wind magic at all?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, no.
Well.
Why do you ask?
Well, I just thought with
It sounds very.
It just sounded it. I thought
very
perhaps
dusty.
your parents. I thought perhaps your parents knew something when you were born. That's very disappointing.
Yeah, maybe.
My name is Castian. Nice to meet you. And I'll give you a bow.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hello, I'm Bean.
Well, that's unusual.
You should have brought cabbage with us. I'm Connor.
Pleasure to meet you. So how do you? Oh, it's very nice to meet all of you. So how did you meet my little fry here?
Been adventuring.
Yes. Yeah, I've been adventuring, mother.
She has been instrumental to our success in a great many things.
Is adventuring the same euphemism here as it is at home? No. Okay.
At least I hope. Like, Simi's eyes get really big. Like,
She
I,
doesn't seem to, she's like,
perfected my magic. Thank you.
I look forward to a demonstration.
oh, can you do the thing where you're like a bunch of different yous? That's so cool.
Not from my perspective.
Sans the dance.
No, I want the dance.
Can you make tentacles come out?
It's some of the shadow demon.
That's me. And no, that's for special
But-
people.
Hold on.
We were just passing through, and
To where? Elwick's not on the way to anywhere, Fry.
to
The water.
view the ocean. I had
Oh.
told them that there were giant perch that were pulling boats. Mother.
Among other seemingly unbelievable things.
Love to know, does our library have 10 books?
Well, yes, you've read 9 of them.
Does it have more than 10 books?
No.
Okay.
And you've
Wait,
not
9 of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you read the 10th one. It was well, there are just certain things that a mother needs to talk to her daughter about
So it is
first.
That is the one book. I was right.
Have you ever talked to her about that? Because I'm afraid she found out on her own.
And that's not the best book.
I elbow his
I
gut.
think you're the one that's supposed to tell her.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Oh no!
Oh no, the inside voices are becoming the outside voices.
Delceris, is there something you need to tell me?
Bean has amnesia. And sometimes he gets confused.
That's true, I do. I don't really remember a lot of my past.
Wow.
The point
I need
being-
your name.
Yeah, Keith, what's her name?
Vidania.
What's that?
And you do,
Ostadania.
so you do recognize her elven ears.
Vidania. Wrote that down.
Yeah, I never knew that.
There it is.
That's okay. I sent it to Steph. She's got 'em.
I told them that they could have a place to just rest for a while.
Well, certainly. Any friends of yours are more than welcome here, as long as you're in town. How long are you going to be around, little one?
Little Fry.
I just a few
Hours.
hours, maybe a day or two.
Well, I'll be more than happy for whatever time you can give us. That we have missed you around here. It's been very quiet with you gone.
It seems to be very busy around here with
Well, yes, but
Hadaris
it's
and
well.
father retiring and
Oh, he told you about that.
He
Yes.
yes.
Well, apparently, one bad year was all it took, and he turned it over to Hadari, and who knew that that your brother could turn things around quite so fast.
Right when I left too.
Like the restaurant genius, I love his drum.
Yes, he's been perfecting it. It's very, very good. He wants to start shipping it further south, but then he starts to run into imperial entanglements doing that, and we're trying to keep him away from that. I think.
Oh, maybe one day that'll be changed.
Your daughter fought a necromancer.
You let her tell the stories on her own terms.
What?
People with
He
9
wouldn't.
don't talk.
Rodeo
Please.
Because she gets to tell the stories.
She's gonna break all of her pencils if she doesn't say something.
Let her do that.
Fine.
Do it for her.
I wish I had a mind wipe
I
spell.
kind of like want to try, kind of like, oh, we're gonna go inside, kind of thing. Like,
Sorry, I was
shouldn't you be fixing nets?
I'm
Mother?
sure you.
Yes, yeah, I do have several I need to work on. Please do come in, make yourselves at home. My husband should be back fairly soon.
Make sure everything's
Where's
alright.
father? I thought he was retired. I thought he'd be at home.
Well, he is retired, but this
Or
time
he
of day
retired
he
from
gets
the sea.
he gets up early and he goes and walks the bluffs, and he's usually back by lunchtime.
Good for him for maintaining exercise.
Yeah,
Do
his
you need
age.
help fixing nets?
Do you know how?
Not nets specifically, but I am a experienced tailor. It can't be that difficult.
I'm behind him like.
People with that much charisma shouldn't.
Thank you,
Wow,
but
you have
I
a
think
lot.
I can
I
manage.
know, that's the
Thank
truth.
you.
Oh my goodness.
But yes, do please come in, make yourselves at home. If you need anything, let me know.
Sorry.
Everything's where it's always been, little one. Just yeah,
Well, we thank you for your hospitality.
of course.
Keith.
Someone who was talking who knew she had no charisma.
In our
Someone
in our
who was
walk through
talking
town,
forgetting he
we're
had
like
all the charisma.
abnormally heavily armored for this town and armed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I will be like, oh, there hasn't been anyone strange in town recently.
I mean, besides your friends,
Hey.
Besides them.
not overly strange. No.
One underly strange.
Too average?
They're normal. Too normal.
No.
All right. Does Hadari still live at home?
No. He's got his own place over the top of the restaurant.
Then okay. Is my room exactly as I left it?
Pretty much.
Give me a minute.
Is that
Yeah.
all, or is that because they never went in because they didn't care?
Oh.
I saw that greeting. I don't buy that.
Yeah, but she, well,
Okay.
All right.
I'll
And she goes back up to her rocking chair, pulls up the net, and starts working on it some more.
Kevin's gonna look down at his armor and kind of look at everybody else, and be like, you know, normally I don't notice it, but since we stopped there in that Hadari's place, our gear is really dirty.
I look disgusting. I wanna.
mine
Yeah.
looks absolutely fine.
You know.
Someone took prestidigitation as a bard's cantrip.
You could you help us out now and then, man.
we have like
I
a
could.
bathing house.
Um,
Bathing
You want some coin for it?
So, no,
Okay.
but there is a sort of like there's a like a waterfall and a pool off the back of the out the back of the house and down a path through the trees, sort of back
Okay.
up against the bluff.
Okay. I will go find the equivalent of soap and towels. I'm like, here, you may go dunk yourselves.
It's the equivalent, not just soap and towels.
Well, you know.
Just a 3 seashell.
A scale
Precision.
rag.
Guys, it's sponges. Like actual living sponges.
Well, then I shall give you some sand and a hand towel. Go to town.
Sure. I actually, it's probably nice.
Exfoliating, yeah.
We'll give you soap.
I think I need to expand my side business.
soap and
To
towels.
include the rum that comes from here.
Oh my goodness. And
Very different business.
like there's a waterfall and a pool down that
Yeah,
way.
we're gonna have to make sure to get at least a couple bottles of that rum so that we
Oh
can
my
show some
gosh.
to Mal.
Mm.
You helped us fight trolls.
Mal shouldn't
You're
have
making her
rum.
feel like crap, man.
You saved the town from owlbears. Oh, I already said that.
I also
Mal would
drowned.
want any amount of alcohol he found anywhere we went, whether
That
it was
is
good
true.
or bad.
That
That
is
is true.
true.
That is
That
He's
is
true.
constantly
true.
doing research.
He'd want to do research on it.
You're not wrong.
That is true. That is true.
But
You know
she's-
what? You can steal the recipe from my brother. You can take some and copy it and outsell him and ruin
There we
his
go.
life.
What?
See,
See, I understand
while-
undermining your
yeah, like
brother.
I
but-
understand that you don't like your brother.
Yes.
I think you're taking it a little too far.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You want to go see the perch pulling the boats across the graveyard river where we dump
That
dead
I
people?
do not think warrants ruining his life or killing him. I think that's a little like what his siblings
I
have
never
done.
This
said
isn't. This
kill
isn't
him.
warranted.
Say,
This
we-
isn't the Empire.
We didn't say killing
I
it.
never
Ru-
said-
ruining his life,
No.
you're like 2 steps away from death at that point.
Hijacking his rum recipe is not ruining his life. She just doesn't understand that right now.
But it's about intent.
Oh, now he's got a conscience.
Consent is key.
He's always had a conscience. You
I
just haven't
hand
looked for
off
it.
the towels and soap to anybody who wants any.
Yes.
Like there is a sitting room here.
Go clean off our gear.
You may sit in it.
Yep. I go and clean up all of his stuff. And,
The troll
and
slime
my
just
meat.
gets all in down deep in the cracks.
It does. It does.
Um,
Real uncomfortable.
So the pool is also I should have mentioned it's a hot spring
hot
pool.
springs.
So the waterfall is a
Yep.
is a hot waterfall coming
Oh,
down
I was
into
gonna
it.
ask if it was salt water too.
No, it's fresh water.
Big pool.
Ah,
There you go. I live in an onsen. Onsen?
Now,
Did I use that?
just because as Milo, I am a paranoid
Yep.
MFer. Can anyone Arcana check to see if this is like a magical matrix of perfect town, and this is like not Cthulhu's?
It's the
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu's
red
not like
cats.
has like a magical
So,
miasma that's
that's a little overly paranoid there, buddy.
well.
Considering some of the things I've put them through.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's not all that far off.
Go ahead.
It's the illusion from Baldur's Gate. It's
Yeah,
actually a
it's
swamp.
like- yeah, that's what I was,
The red
that's what I'm
caps.
wondering.
Fine, I'll just finish that one.
13.
13. I mean, seems normal enough. You're not sensing anything
Okay.
abnormally supernatural or paranormal.
I will
It's
enjoy it.
fine.
I will
Belle's mother
enjoy it.
isn't secretly a hag. We're good.
Does that mean you're a hack?
Yeah. I am going to set myself down and create a strikingly arduous list of all the things that I think about the town.
We go through each one.
Through
Is
each
this
one.
true or false? Is this true or false?
You!
One day later, the town burns, not from the Empire.
I'll lead them right to it.
I mean,
It's my villain arc.
it's understandable, man. The whole town just let her go on believing these things her whole life.
It was a lie. Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
Honestly, I would.
there
say
has
the
to be
town.
a certain point where it has
It
to be
falls
the
on her.
person's fault. Because being
No.
told that there is carriages that are being pulled by perch, that's one thing. But to believe that and never seeing perch being pulled
Okay,
by a carriage,
that's true.
It's because I was bad at fishing, and so they wouldn't let me out to scare the fish.
But if everybody's in on it, they begin like, oh yeah, I
It's
see it, I
down.
see it, and they're like, where? I'm like,
Are
oh,
you
it's too
guys
late,
like
Tom.
discussing this in front of me?
yeah, we can just have that
Did you
discussion.
come with us?
No.
Yeah, as I say,
We're all-
we're at the hot spring. I don't think you're
bullies
here.
in the hot spring. I'm not going in there.
Oh.
Well, and for the record, as soon as one of you starts getting in the hot spring, Killian is gonna be like, Maybe we should wait till we know the Empire's not going to be, like, right on top of us.
Yeah, that's why I have the
relax.
UAV up.
It'll take me long to get dressed. I'm going in.
Fair enough.
I feel like you would just fight naked.
He would.
Nobody wants to fight a
Actually,
naked man.
Apparently, he prefers to fight naked.
Nobody
don't
wants
like
to
wet
fight a naked
clothes.
man.
I don't like wet clothes.
That's true.
Makes everybody uncomfortable. Throws you off your game, man.
Yeah,
There
no,
you
like,
go.
that's kind of, like, her family doesn't seem like bad people, but that's kind of a shitty thing to just let her believe for all that time.
I would love to be her dad.
I don't
see
trust
what-
you at all.
Well, no, just to see what kind of character is like, funny jokes.
And then Monty, does the mother look like Dell's or the brother?
Favors Dell's more.
Okay. And it's kind of a parent.
Yeah.
Kind of a parent.
Also, does it strike anybody as weird that her brother seems to, like, always have good luck
I
with
don't
everything he
trust
does?
It is kind of odd.
Like I didn't really think anything at first, because, like, oh, you know, like, he just, but, like, it seems like everything he does.
No, it's fishy.
Well, I mean, he did. It's
Eh.
just.
I
I mean, just the one good
But
year.
it sounds like other stuff,
crab
like,
sauce.
that he just always, like, and yeah, like, it's weird, like, they have a really bad year, and then the very next year, he, like, has more fish than he could possibly
Well, I
do
don't know
anything
how.
with. Like, it's just
You know,
fishing. Like, I don't know if that's how fishing works.
Are you
Well,
saying
I
he
don't know how
sabotaged his
fishing
dad to be able to take over?
Or, like, I'm wondering if there's just some magic weird something going on with that.
or maybe he's doing something
His magic ability is luck.
with the Emperor.
The Empire?
Empire.
Yeah, like that. It's just a little weird.
I mean,
Like,
are
I
we
have never
just-
seen anybody else be that proud of their child.
What about?
Well, I mean, well, that's true on my account. Yeah.
What if you
He's
tried
mostly
to?
proud of Dell's.
Yeah, okay, so, like, being proud of Dylan, like, that was a normal, but, like even your mother, like, when she talked about Adrian, when we were, like, she was never that proud of him. She was proud of him, never to that same level. It's weird.
Okay. Now,
This is the kid who wore a bucket on his head. I know. But, like,
I very much cared for
But
my brother
haven't-
for the very short period of
haven't
time I knew him. But yes,
haven't all children done something stupid like that?
he was a grown man.
I know.
Yes,
But,
he
like,
was.
it just seems a little weird.
So why don't you challenge him to like a game of poker? And if he's like extremely lucky, winning all around.
I think actually what I'm going to do is when he shows up later, I'm just going to cast Detect Magic and see if I see anything magical on
yeah,
him.
that works.
But like,
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I think I'm just going to cut out the
Like,
middleman part.
In no
Oh, shoot,
offense
go the
to
easy
your
way.
guys' like
Spell
thought process, maybe you're just being a little paranoid?
I mean, we could be.
yeah.
It just
Says the guy
it,
that's doing the
it wasn't
check
weird.
for see if this is an illusion thing. No,
It wasn't
so.
weird.
You
to
don't know I'm
me.
doing that.
It wasn't weird to me when we met him, but the way his mom was talking about him just seemed a little off.
I don't know. I feel like if
Well, it feels more like just like I don't know what this is, but like pride.
if Adrian had opened a 5-star restaurant in the middle of Centerton, maybe my mother would have spoken that way. Of
That's
him.
probably because a miracle would have happened.
I don't. I have
The boy could not
nothing
cook.
to judge by, really. Like, I barely have a relationship. I love her, but I barely.
I know.
have
It
a
just like
yeah, I
it
feel
felt
myself.
it just felt weird.
I agree with you.
Yeah, like it
I agree
feels
with you.
weird.
I don't
Something's
know what
off.
normal
Yeah,
is.
like
so.
again, like it not, and not that I think that he's like, not that I think that he is like he seemed like a good businessman. I liked his place. He had good food, but it just the way people responded to
This is
him is like a little weird.
Like the Hills of Eyes kind of a thing.
Yeah, like just a little.
Everything's too perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, the water has eyes.
So okay, so you felt that way too.
Yeah,
so I wasn't the only one who
You're
was just
not
like
naked.
doesn't have. Also, what are we gonna do once we get your egg rock thing?
That sounds weird.
Yeah.
Especially in this context.
Like, I didn't really think about it yet because
Yeah.
I felt like it was going to take a lot longer to get our hands on it.
Well, that's if she turns.
Well, big if we get it,
I don't
'cause-
think it is. It's not going to do her any good.
but the issue is like
it's the
as much as like she has helped us in the past, I don't trust who she works
But-
for.
Unless she's going to sell it back to the Empress, like, how's she going to turn that into anything useful?
Well, I mean, it
Like,
depend-
no one's going to want it.
Well, I mean, no one on
Well,
our
somebody
side wants it.
Yeah, but she can't get back.
No, but Eyeball Guy could be working for God of Destruction, and if God of Destruction's agents have control over the shard, then no one can reassemble the 4 pieces of Exodia and resummon the God of Creation.
Now, okay, player Danny.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Xanathar's best interest to, like, he wants this connected too, right?
Presumably.
We don't know what X wants.
For some reason, I thought that he had said something to one of the.
It is likely that he does, and as far as we know, he sent people to find the pieces.
Okay,
But we don't know to what end.
gotcha.
We don't know if he wants to be like,
But
hey,
I have a hard time believing that he would like to see his world screwed up and destroyed potentially.
True.
Because like if we don't put things back where they belong,
Everybody's everything is gonna get.
that's been my impression is that like
Trashed.
this isn't good for
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else she'd do with it. Like, who's she gonna sell it to? She'd have to pretend it's something it's not. Unless she plans on, like, ransoming it back to the Empress. But I also don't think the Empress is gonna take kindly to letting someone who stole it in the first place live.
Yeah, I think that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yes, I think she'll want something for, like, she won't just let us have it for free. And I don't plan on telling her what it is. But I also don't think she's gonna... I think it'll be too much work to keep
But to
it
answer
on.
your question,
Yeah.
I imagine once I have it, it will unlock a little bit more potential of what I could do.
Right, but what are we gonna do? Because, like, it sounded with Mal like it's like following him underground or something? What, like, are we gonna lug it around with us?
I guess. I mean,
Okay.
I don't have another choice unless it, like, I don't know, turns into, like, a snowstorm and follows us around everywhere we go.
Hey,
Okay, so, alright.
Wait,
Which doesn't help with stealth, but...
what?
Ignore the nonsense in the corner.
Was that Stephanie or was that Dells?
Little A, little B.
once the egg came, put the egg back up.
That's not what you said, but
No.
alright.
I just didn't know since we might actually have our hands on it here shortly.
I just plan on using it to the full extent to get the fire one and then figure out where the wind one went.
Cool.
But I imagine I might be able to find
Who's
it a
that
little
wizard
easier.
guy? What's his name? The wizard we were talking to?
You have
Sionis?
Sionis?
Yes, him. After we get the egg and you do what you do with it, or what you can do with it, can we? What if we could like find him to make it smaller?
And swallow it. I'm
What
not-
happens if
I'm
it
not-
unbig and small and
Maybe if we're gonna go that route, we're gonna have to go back home and
kill
take
me,
out.
kill me, Harry,
If
kill
we take it to Sionis to deal with it, that also means we're gonna have to go back home and overthrow the Imperial soldiers that have town under
Well,
control.
I imagine that's
Well-
what we're planning on doing eventually as well. So
If we know where he is, we can just know which door to open up to get directly to him.
Yeah, but it's not gonna. It's not like it's gonna be a super fast, quick thing. Like,
No, we just hide out for a day. Disguises. They're the best.
this is just because you want to use disguises.
let's.
You know,
how
you
about
can
we
disguise yourself anytime you want.
I'm
right?
just saying, he might know how to like make it more compact to carry around.
That's fair. We can ask him.
But let's deal with getting it
Well,
first.
yeah.
One step at a time.
I love the idea that every time we see you, you just be in a different disguise.
He's got the snidely whiplash mustache and the really terrible glasses one day. They get just gradually worse as they go.
Tomorrow I'm just gonna put the dwarf beard on because.
But somehow or another you're gonna be on stilts. This makes sense to me. Yep, he's Roger from
Exactly.
American Dad. Precisely. Oh, goodness.
What time are you meeting?
Sundown.
What time is it now?
Not even noon.
Not even new.
We have 12 hours. Or 6 hours.
I'd say let's drink and get in hot springs and
Enjoy the
Enjoy the
next
day.
4 hours
And
of
hope
relaxation.
nothing happens between now and then.
Well, we can always hope. We can always hope.
I'm like, guys, I think that fishing game where they blindfold you and they put the rotten fish and you have to guess what it is, I don't think that's a game everybody plays.
Oh.
I was thinking about that earlier.
Well, I don't know what to do with that information, girls, but thank you.
I'll punch him a lot for you later.
Set fire to the bar. I'm like the guy from Office with the stapler. This is like, set fire to this whole place. Oh, goodness.
Jeez.
Alright, so I assume we get cleaned up and go back up since they wanted to meet and greet after lunch.
Yep. So you guys go back down.
Because we're all freshened up.
You're all freshened up.
I forgot what my armor looked like when it was clean.
Yeah, I've got on while I let the clothes that I was wearing dry on a line somewhere, I've got on the pretty ones that like the prettier traveling clothes that Alma made me.
Nice.
Sometime
Thanks.
a little before lunch, your dad comes back from his hike, and big, sort of burly, sort of Mediterranean colored
Right, fancy
man.
Sicily.
Yeah. Ironically, Xanathars does not have Italian names.
No, it does not.
But it does have Greek.
Yep.
So, which is, I figure, close enough.
Sure.
Oh,
I was gonna say so.
careful with that distinction. You
I
may
said
never be able to go to Italy.
I may not.
Italy, Greece.
Si-
what's the difference, right?
Well, Sicilians are not
About
Italians.
50, about 50 miles of ocean.
Sicilians will tell you they are
See,
not Italian.
this is
So,
It's true.
not sure if there's any animosity between Sicily and Greece, but
I don't know. I saw the lasers.
Yeah, but she's not Sicilian.
I think
she's
that was
Italian.
I think that was more about not being able to go to Italy than anything else.
That too. But also, if Sicilians are that defensive over the whole Sicily thing, I'm going to be defensive over you using Greek names as a stand-in for Italian names.
I blame Xanathar's guide. I blame Wizards of the Coast.
Keith, there's an easy compromise here.
Okay,
You just use French names.
there you go.
That's close enough, right? French, Italian, basically the same.
Zutalor! I have missed one!
But your dad comes in from his hike, and seeing you there, he sort of big burly Mediterranean colored man comes in and sweeps you up in a hug
Oh, mother.
and lifts you up off your feet. Oh,
Hello.
how are you, my darling? I'm so glad that you are home. How long are you staying?
Just a day or two.
Oh, that doesn't seem fair. You come all this way. You must stay for at least a week.
No.
Sure, let's just.
Well,
we're just gonna
you-
go
if
through that
it's-
closet.
You have to stay for the festival. You've come all this way. You must stay for the festival.
I have salmon. If it takes more salmon, you need to eat. You need to
I
finish.
was supposed to say,
You are
if
looking.
it's-
You are looking too thin, my little one. You need
Thank
to eat
you.
more. We need to plump you up.
No. Unfortunately, my friends cannot stay.
Plump,
You
We need to bump you up.
plump.
Oh.
There's an L in there.
No. I am traveling. I'm
Don't worry, I heard it too. Don't worry.
strict a traveling mission with my friends. Here's my friends.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you all. Welcome to Elwick. I hope you are enjoying your stay.
Oh,
Bean,
very nice.
Excellent.
Rice-la.
Bean, rice cake,
I'm not
caviar,
Gumshoe.
gumshoe, carrot, castor oil.
I brought a salad.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Oh,
My face hurts a little.
are you sure, my darling? You know how much fun the festival is.
You know, I don't know what I know anymore.
Oh,
I told you.
He's gonna believe all the same things.
what do you mean?
The boats pulled by perch.
Oh.
Don't give me that. I'm not staying for the festival. But we are here to sit and just do a few things here in the village. I wanted to show them the village.
All right. Well, I suppose I suppose you are a grown woman and you have a life of your own and can do as you please. I just hate that you're going to miss out on what I know was your favorite time of the year, but that's fine. That's fine.
He's a master at this. This is gonna pluck this heartstring.
Have you been paying attention to my family?
Onto
That was French!
and I'm going to give myself inspiration.
Yeah, Dels, it's your favorite time of the year.
We can drink.
I don't know why, but in my head I'm trying to think about the fantasy version of slashing your tires so you can't leave this.
Taking off the wagon
How
wheels.
did you, why did you retire?
Had several bad years in a row, and I just felt like the sea. She was turning on me. She was not the same as she had been before. She was not so welcoming anymore. And
So I liked it.
she was not so welcoming anymore, the sea, and I felt I had to give her up.
Gotcha. But then she suddenly really liked Hadari.
Well, you know your brother. He is a charming bastard, is he not?
Oh my goodness.
That's some truth there. And okay, and you're happy now. You're
Oh yes, my darling. I'm very happy.
and mother and mother is still fixing nets though. She's not retiring.
Oh, she doesn't fix as many as she used to, but yeah, she is still fixing nets.
As she used. Okay.
This is absolutely a crime syndicate.
That's right.
All right.
I'm still iffy on your family. Like, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. Well,
What did you think I should keep casting nets until my fingers fell off there?
No. It just seemed very sudden. I left, and you were in full force, and I come back, and there's a giant sign with Hadari's name, and you're retired, and there's no perch.
Well,
Life has changed.
well then, so I'm not sure where. Not sure about the perch thing, but you have been gone for 3 years.
Yes.
A lot of things can happen in 3 years.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I want to say I found out what I found a theory for my magic.
Look,
Finally.
if talking to them directly face to face is not enough to convince you, I don't know anything will.
He believes in gods.
He's looking at your ears. Which ones?
You mean like which ones do I like specifically, or just like which ones are out there in general?
Which ones?
Well, personally, I deal the most with the Lady of Life, Saren, but I mean, I've sat in on a meeting with all of them at one point in time.
Oh, jeez.
I had to deal with Zoigan, and he was an absolute asshat.
Pretty much.
See, they're crazy.
Chaos is not great.
And my daughter does not believe you.
No, not even when I asked the Lady of Life to come talk to her straight to her face.
It's fine.
And informed her that she has magical powers.
She
did
does
buy
hear
it.
voices.
They said that I'm part. What is it?
According to the Lady of Life, you are distantly related to the god of balance, Dunos. You are... Your bloodline is distantly connected there somehow, and that's where your power comes from.
Everyone lies.
So is this on your side?
Oh, he knows.
Yeah, he does.
He
Father?
knows.
Yo.
He knows.
Are you saying this out loud? I like to think that
No,
you're just
no,
like,
I really want to. Tommy looks at him and goes, ooh, he knows.
Okay, inside voice, outside voice.
funny, right, Father?
It depends on what you mean by funny.
Now, if you don't want to believe it because he tells you it's true, I respect that.
He's not saying it's true.
Well, she is right. I have not said it is true.
Nope.
There
But it
you
is
go.
totally true.
Give you another aspirin.
I've not said it is true, but it is totally true.
You know, one of my favorite things is that this is not a voice Keith has ever used before.
Yeah.
And
most
it's the most consistent one he's ever had.
so good.
I would like to think that I spit out my drink. I'm like, what?
My darling child, there are some things I probably should have told you a long time ago.
That is the
Do you need to
understatement.
be alone?
No, this is not a huge secret. It
It's
is
not
a...
huge. It's only life changing.
Everyone knows it but her.
I
Should we ask them?
I never gave much stock to it myself until I had children to see it firsthand, because in my life there has always been ebbs and flows, and my life has been balanced thus. But the
As
story is...
What?
Yes, Sherlock, you cracked the case
What?
wide open.
Ding, 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 ding,
But
ding,
the
I'm a
ding.
little slow tonight.
The story is that once very long ago, one of my ancestors was intimately acquainted with Dunas, the god of balance.
Ew, what?
I'm sorry, when we said it was in your blood, what did you think that meant?
That you're lying because you're crazy.
Or it's a disease.
It's magic aids.
Yeah.
And as I say, I, much like you, thought it only a fairy tale, a wives' tale,
Uh-huh.
until I had my own children, and I saw that the balance between them was very skewed. I am sorry, little one, that you...
I'm really magical?
If you'd like to believe that, certainly.
Someone better start speaking very plainly to me
I
right
believe
now.
what your papa might be saying, and I could be wrong on this, but I believe that you got the short end of the stick on good luck.
Oh, I just assumed he got the short end of the stick on good luck, and his son.
My
even
luck,
he's
my luck,
jealous.
it ebbs and flows. It balances itself.
However,
My children, however,
But she didn't die in the cheese vat. I feel like that's good luck.
my son cannot do magic for shit.
Shit.
You have magic.
Are you saying that Hadari is born lucky?
Yes.
Is this why
Yes! My darling child, you could have a fish swim into your hands and miss it.
One moment. I'm gonna get up.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with the idea that the person who's cursed with bad luck found their way to us.
No. Bad luck fishing.
No, that is not what the man said. He said bad luck.
You just hear this
Fishing.
scream.
Right?
And I will come back and I will sit down.
Welcome back.
She is blessed in other ways, and my son is cursed in other ways. She can do magic. She received the magic of her bloodline. He did not.
That's not a curse.
But it is balanced. The two of you,
Part of the curse.
Are we good or bad?
We're the good side, clearly.
Okay.
We're good, so that's the balance of.
You know what? I have single-handedly started a smut empire.
That is not surprising to me.
Don't get ahead of the story.
I have never been more proud of you in my life. The man was a fisherman. You had to see that coming.
I think Del's just like disassociates.
Tells standing there and just blank look.
Every punch is just not. It's not hitting.
So why would Mom let me see the 10th book?
Because she's a prude.
You asshole.
Speaking as someone who had an elven mother, that's a pretty common trait, actually.
I almost died.
I am so sorry, Braden.
We're good. I'll just see her dying.
So, okay, wait. If I have
Magic and bad luck.
Dunis's blood, or whatever,
Yes.
so then he's just got luck. Hadari's just got luck.
Yes. Do not think that I think you are less because of it. I love you. You are my daughter. I will always love you. You are a precious gem to me.
That's really sweet.
I know I should have told you these things sooner, but in my defense, I was going to, and then you left.
So gods are real?
Of course they are.
I told you one ended up in my bed.
You have
Wait.
literally talked with one.
I would like to hear that story, by the way, but we will come back to that. There are more important things happening. I am so sorry that we are shattering your worldview. This trip, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the Purge aren't even. Is the Rotten Fish game a real drinking game?
No. Who told you it was? Was it Hidari?
It was Hadari.
That boy's
I would
knucklehead.
threaten to string him up by his ankles, but knowing his luck, he would get out of it somehow.
Or $20 would fall from this progress.
Should he just serve
figure out? Do we know what the dad's name is? Yet? Or have we not?
Dame.
Yes.
Oh,
Nope.
no,
Okay,
okay.
just wondering.
He hasn't introduced himself
By
yet.
the way, my father's name is Damos.
Demos?
Damos.
Demos. Mm.
It's French.
Demos! You're on my list.
I think
now.
at this point, I'll just like get like a big glob of food if there's cheese or crackers or
That
something.
doesn't exist here.
Comfort food.
I checked. It's only fish.
Well,
It's like
I
that
grew up
weird
on
fish.
fish, so
Just
Like
some like
fish cheese
tuna
from
paste on a
Norway.
cracker.
So there is some of your
I mean-
the favorite comfort foods that the little slivers of prepared fish,
yeah,
kind of like sashimi but not really,
yeah.
because there's no rice around.
They
But
think I'm too skinny. They're gonna have snacks out.
it's essentially, but yeah, there are things that you can nibble on, snack on, if you feel like you need it. Comfort foods, if you feel like you need it.
Yes.
And the afternoon sort of goes in much the same vein. A little after lunch, your mom and dad walk with you, all of you, down to the restaurant. It's not a big town, so it's not a big lunch rush. You can see the crew of Captain Jen's ship sort of off in the distance doing their thing down at the end of the pier. You guys sort of stroll up as the last of the customers is leaving for the day, headed back to the little small fishing boats that they pull up to head back out for the evening or afternoon and evening part of the fishing day. Hadari is there at the bar, sort of going through what the restaurant has brought in. If you guys have anything you want to say, otherwise it's just an afternoon of visiting and catching up.
I want to talk
And
to
telling
him about
stories.
exploding a drop.
I'll have to get back to you on that. I've got some ideas the folks aren't too keen on, but
Yeah, we'll talk.
we'll talk.
I'm sure it'll work out.
I like him.
I think he's an asshole.
Now that I would like to cast Detect Magic on the sly. Now that we've met with them, and see
Mm-hmm.
any sign of magic or.
There's no obvious sign of magic on him. Make me an Arcana check.
That's going to be 30.
It's subtle. It's very, very subtle. There's nothing overtly magical about Hadari.
Mm-hmm.
Just as there's nothing... No, I won't say that. There's nothing overtly magical about him, but it's subtle. And especially given what you've heard and what
Mhm.
you've seen, seeing him next to Dells, you can kind of start to sense that the weave around them sort of is a mirror image.
Mhm.
It's not like magical potential
Right.
that you're seeing, but there is definitely sort of a positive bubble of the weave around Hadari and a negative one around Dells.
We should stay for the week.
Now, looking a little deeper, you do also see that she does have more of the innate magical potential because of her blood,
Mhm.
whereas he does not. But that does also appear to be not exactly a mirror image, but a mirror image. So it's
Okay.
like they're very much, if you were to lay them over the top of each other, they would balance out, and it would be background
So kind of like
radiation.
yin and yang.
Interesting.
Whereas
Very much a
the
yin
color
and
black
yang.
is magic
Yeah,
and the
not
color
like
white is not.
Very much.
Interesting. Does Dales tell the stories of all the crazy stuff that we've done?
Thou should tell the story.
I launch into stories of not the cheese vat.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Trolls with tower romance.
Okay.
Well, if you're going into that, then don't forget to mention your smut empire that you have going on.
I proudly now talk about my smut empire.
Your dad beams, your mom is like, and your brother's like, who taught her about that?
Well, I forgot his name. Yeah, so I guess I just recount the safer stories.
Okay.
I'll be like, oh, I should tell you about the blah 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 blah, and I'll kind of glance to see if it's a safe story to tell. Be like,
Okay.
is that the same one?
Do me a favor. Roll me a performance check.
Can she have advantage if we're all backing her up? It's like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And then take a
Absolutely.
bardic inspiration.
Why,
for
thank
it as
you.
well.
So when we
Pity
leave,
dice.
do you want to check out book
Pity
number 10?
dice.
What?
As we leave, do you want to check out book number 10?
I mean, yeah.
She's gonna leave a book.
18
Plus
plus
five.
It's
5.
just a collection of all the pen.
23.
23.
Plus your performance.
If you haven't.
Oh. I have performance. I have another 5. 28.
Oh, hot dang.
Hot dog. That's your family is enthralled with your stories, as are the two workers behind the bar. Well, behind the bar. They were behind the bar when you guys came in the first time. Now they're working, cleaning off tables, bussing off from the lunch rush. But you can tell that as you're telling the stories, their attention is way more on you than on what they're doing. So it's taking them a lot longer
In
to
the same spot.
to clean. Yeah, they're sort of wiping the same spots as they're listening, but everyone's enthralled with your
There was this
stories.
troll that grew in a bag, and we had to pull it out. And
I like the montage where I'm just like, and I'm like, wow.
You guys would be dealing with a lot of trolls.
But they spend you spend the afternoon regaling your family with your adventures since leaving Elwick, or
Okay.
since meeting up with your new friends here.
Yeah.
You while away the hours until it's just before sundown.
Yep.
And who all was gonna go?
I think all of us were gonna
Everybody?
go.
But they're going inside.
We're going inside, and these guys are going
Okay.
to stay off. On
So
outskirts.
just before sundown, you do see, you hear sort of the clomp of boots on the pier. You look out, you see Captain Jen. She peers into the restaurant, gives you a nod, walks out of town. And the six of you
That's like you.
say your goodbyes for the evening, get up, walk out, and follow her.
Yeah.
And that is where we were going to cut it off for the night. So we will come back and pick it up right here the next time we get
Cabbage is gonna
together.
find a way to.
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Teleport.
Find a way somehow.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun for me. I hope it was a lot of fun for the players and you guys watching. Remember, if you would like to rewatch tonight's episode or any of our previous episodes, you can go out to our YouTube channel and watch everything that we've done video-wise. It all winds up there eventually, so just check it out. A number of playlists for a lot of different stuff that we do. You can watch from the very beginning of this campaign. You can go back and watch our previous campaigns. We've got one-shots, we've got talks that we, just talking about the game and designs that we want to see implemented, things like that. Go check it out there.
Our Patreons will get a list of Dell's lives.
We do
all.
also have a Discord server. We'll have to come back around to that. Thank you. We do have a Discord server where we keep you guys informed of any changes to our schedule. There's always a pinned post in the schedule channel that will let you know what the next week's broadcast schedule is going to be. If there are any changes, we'll let you guys know, and we'll make sure to update that pinned post so that you always are up to date on any changes, because real life happens. Sometimes we're not able to get the whole gang together, and sometimes we're not able to have enough to run the main campaign, and we have alternate things that we'll do on those nights. At any rate, we'll let you know through the Discord server, so be sure you are tuned into that, and you'll always know when any of that is coming up. That's going to do it for us tonight. We will hopefully be back next week for the second episode of 2024. Until then, we hope you have a good night, and remember,
Grab your bats and grab your balls.
and if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
guys.